Check the spreads when the distance. Now we're dropping these locks, just the boys in the wheel to cash big. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your bankroll for glory. Don't lose your grip on the almanac pass. You must bet just to keep it alive. So the pick is in it, it's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor starts his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. Face to face, out on the air, hanging tough, staying sharp. They stack the odds, still we take to the square for the win with the skill to survive. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. The pick is in. Rising up, straight to the top, had the guts, got the units. When the distance, now we're not gonna stop. Just the boys and the will to survive. It's pick is in, pick is in, pick is in, pick is in. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the fix might be in, but we're calling it right. Heywood's almanac, Jonah, Snoop in the fight. Is the fix in? Is it all predetermined? Back to the future, future's looking certain. Tune in weekly for the picks and the laugh. Sports betting expert dropping knowledge on the path. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Pick is in, pick is in, pick is in.
Yo, yo, yo! What's up, Heywood?
Welcome to the Pick Is In podcast. What up, Snoop? How you doing, doggy?
Dude, I am doing fantastic. After last night's game, I just need my Golden Knights to win tonight's, and dude, we'll be looking nice.
The Knights.
The Knights.
Was it 3-1 now? What's the series?
No, 3-2.
3-2, okay.
I can't remember.
Well, shoot. Welcome in, everybody. Pick Is In podcast every Thursday here at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have a great show lined up for you. We got NBA Finals news to lead off the hour. And it's not too early to dip into football with training camp starting next month. So we got the one and only JONY MAINE here about to join us any minute. But we'll go over some NFL news. We got a loaded show. How are you, Snoop? How are things?
I wish I was as loaded as the show. But yeah, no, it's gonna be exciting. We got some NBA Finals news, some NFL news, tons of sports news. The great JONY MAINE is in the house. Can't wait to talk to him. It's been a while. That reminds me of a song.
Where can all the great people find our great work, Snoop?
Some little place called the Phone Booth Podcast.substack.com. And look, there's all kinds of cool websites up there. Look at that. It's even updated today. Wow. Wow. Well, there hasn't been a Here's the Thing post on there in quite a bit, although there is new episodes out there of Here's the Thing. We're just going through some website construction on the phone booth podcast.substack.com. So bear with us over the next week or two as we're just making some changes around there and making it a little bit prettier for everybody to look at. And speaking of pretty, let's get into the merch. Look at these threads. We got the Pick is In t-shirts. Oh my God, these things are so soft. Like, oh my God, softer than a baby's butt or whatever that saying is. But yeah, check them out. They're only $20 too. I mean, that's a steal. You know, I don't know when's the last time you bought a shirt at the store is, but goddamn, $20 is a good deal. So, and
Agreed.
that shirt right there comes in tons of colors. We got black, white, blue, red, natural. We got green. We got, dude, there's, I think there's about 10 different colors or something like that. So, go check out the phone booth podcast.substack.com and click on the merch and check out all the threads. Also, dude, don't be a stranger. Say what's up to us on all the platforms. Go check us out on the YouTubes. There's Snoop Von Poop YouTube. There's also the Pick is In YouTube. We're on the Rumble. Snoop Von Poop at Rumble. There's the Pick is In on the YouTubes right there. You could check out all the past episodes. There's shorts. There's all kinds of stuff. There's the Snoop Von Poop Rumble right there. Tons of stuff out there. There's the Pick is In Rumble.
And then
We're
of course,
we're everywhere. If you can't find us, you got fucking problems. Okay, it's not because of us. It's because of you. Just know that.
and don't forget to follow my boy Snoop Von Poop on X. He's one of the best influencers. How do you say it again, Snoop? Influences? How do you say it?
That's not what I would say. First of all, I mean, at best, I'm a content creator. I would never ever call myself an influencer. But you know, I am the number one poop creator on X. So don't be a stranger. Say what's up. Slide into the DMs. Whatever. I don't care. Say what's up.
Entirely right, Snoop. I've been slacking as a co-host. I got to promote you, brother. Every week from now on, you got you. I got you.
Yeah, well, also go to Heywood's Almanac on the X page. He's a pretty cool follow too.
That guy right there. But cheers to all the people at home. Cheers to you, Snoop. And cheers to all the sports fans across the world. Thank you so much for the subs and dobs.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you all. Dude, let's get into this, mofo. I want to bring up our guest.
All right. What you got? Let's see here.
What is up, Mr. Johnny Maine?
Ooh, what's going on with the screen?
Where's your audio too? Hold on a second. Let me see.
Got the audio there, man. Got the audio for you guys. I don't know what's going on with the screen.
Well, what is going on with the screen right now? Evie Mux, dude, you are dropping the ball.
There we go.
There we go. Dude, give it up for the fantasy football homeboy, one half of the tag team champions of the world, Johnny Maine.
What up, fellas? What up? Appreciate the love. Glad to be here, man. Glad to kick off my fantasy football season, man, with you two fellas for sure. Crazy stuff last night. You're talking about the game, man. That's NBA game, the finals. That was wild last night. East Coast dads in the building.
Dude. Hey, speaking of East Coast dads, I want to shout you out because I hadn't seen you go live for a minute, and then you went live pulling cards with your daughter, and man, that touched my heart. It almost makes me want to have a trophy myself, man.
Yo, man, she loves it, man. We got into it actually in February after the Super Bowl, man. Actually took down a tournament on FanDuel, low-key humble brag. Took one down. And, had some change just kind of hanging around for my birthday. And, man, we went and they were restocking cards and some of her friends were talking about them. And ever since then, man, both of us have been ripping packs like left and right, man. My big deal with her is like, man, I never open a pack of cards without her. She's always with me every single time we rip some packs. So it's just a good thing, man. It's fun, kind of gets her into football. sneaky, low key, and obviously, man,
There
little
you go.
it can be lucrative too, man. You play your cards right, man. So, but we're having fun with it though, man, for sure, bro.
I love it, man. I've been seeing card opening videos lately. I don't even know how it came into my algorithm. I just started seeing them pop up. Everybody's chasing those Michael Jordan cards,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's exciting to watch, because you never know, man. And it takes me back to, I mean, my first job was at a card shop back in the
okay,
day.
all right.
So yeah, that was one of the first things I ever did.
Yeah, no, man. We just started pulling, man, and like obviously, like it's just like anything, man. You don't know what you don't know, and we just kind of opening packs, ripping packs, and now almost 5, 6 months into it now, I got a little bit more knowledge about it, man. And we got some humdingers hanging around, man. We got some humdingers. We pulled a Josh Allen shattered the
Nice.
other night, man, in the top signature, and then even just as recent as tonight, man. I'll show you guys a couple. I know Heywood popped on. Man, my daughter loves you to death, bro. She's like, he's just so nice. He always supports in the chat, man. So got this too tall right
Oh,
here, man. Too
damn,
tall.
that's
Uh,
sick.
yeah, auto four of wait, is it
Sick.
43 out of 50? Pulled that guy, and
Two
then
tall tones.
yeah, too tall auto, man. That was
Bubba
pretty
Smith.
sick. Yeah, and then we got this Josh Allen, James Cook here, 43 out of 50. Um, Paramount pairings, and then this one here, I was pretty excited about, man. Rookie pairing, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo. Walking CTE, man. You know what I mean? Both of those guys. So
Oh, dude,
they
but you gotta love Cam though.
I
Cam's the
love
man.
Scatterbo. I love Dart too, man. Like, I mean, listen, I love him on the football field, man. Everything else, like, it is what it is, man. I look at all these guys, honestly, just through like the football lens of things. And he was somebody, man. I was hoping the Steelers would have taken a shot on in the draft last year. Obviously, they didn't. And I think like Jackson Dart, man, he's I think we all know, man, he's like the ultimate wild card. I'm not quite all the way done with all my research yet, man, to start the season, but going back and looking at things with Jackson Dart, looking at film and seeing like, some of the stats, the one thing like that's got to be said about Jackson Dart, man, that guy is a gamer, bro. Like the bigger the team, the bigger the defense, like the more you're going to get. And you got to think about the fact that, all this stuff happened last year, obviously without Malik Neighbors, who, left his ACL and every other ligament on his knee back there in, the
On the
New Jersey stadium.
yeah.
So yeah, man, I was pumped about that card, man. Kind of thought it was pretty dope.
I got a little video from a pole car with your family. I want to show it. Snoop, am I good to go, my man?
Go ahead.
All right.
All right. Do the pleasure, Miss Anaya.
New intro is fire. Love it.
Ooh, all right. We got somebody that loves the intro. Okay.
Marvin.
Marvin Harrison. That's Heywood. Heywood is in Arizona, so that's actually his team is the Cards. Jalen Noel, rated rookie. Nothing crazy from this blaster pack. Didn't expect anything. We'll do one more and then we'll end it with a blaster.
What's up, Michael?
Really cool. Really cool. That's really cool that you do that. Family's important, man. So that's really cool. So dig that. Been to cards for a long time, just not recently in life when I was younger, but very cool that you guys do that. And then she enjoys that very much. That's really cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she gets to talk to all of her little friends about it. And then of course, man, anytime we go somewhere, she's always like, Dad, tell them what you do. Tell them what you do. Tell them you're a YouTuber. I'm like, man, kind of like Snoop, what he was just talking about, man. Like, not an influencer, man. Hey, listen, I do this for entertainment, man. For fun, and hopefully it's good enough, man, to keep people coming back and keeps them entertained, and here and there, man, dropping some knowledge and giving you my takes on things, and arguing with Nick. That's what it is.
Well, I want to cheers you, brother. What you
All
got?
right.
What
I
you
got to
got?
do Secays, man. I got to do Secays.
Oh no. We here at the Pick Us In podcast do not condone drinking during any podcast. So that is a non-alcoholic Dos Equis right there. So
Yeah, everything I have is non-alcoholic, man.
Yeah. Cheers to Johnny Maine, Snoop.
to Johnny Maine. Good to have you here, Maine.
I appreciate it, brothers. I do. I really do, man. Definitely do. Like I said, man, I'm super excited for this to be the first one, man, and just ready to hang out and kick it with you guys, man. Talk a little ball, and yeah, we'll see where it goes, man.
Okay. Where can the great people find you on X? I got your X page pulled up. I want to give you a little plug before we get into things. Go follow Johnny. What's your underscore label? What's your handle?
JONY Maine, MAINE, repping the state of Maine, obviously. 37185. That's the old stomping grounds back in Tennessee. That's where you can find me, man. I rep for where I'm currently at, where I got my roots at. That's where you can find me at. Same handle everywhere, man. You can find me in the same space on Twitter, on TikTok. You can find me in both of those spaces for sure. And obviously, the Fantasy Football Show. We have that page right there, which kind of going to be in the process of migrating from there to the Fantasy Football Show LLC page. So we got some things cooking for sure. We're expecting a big year in all avenues, man. So come support us. Obviously the homie Nick Wilcox as well. Support him on Twitter. You can catch him on Fan Tracks doing a lot of things there, man, as well. So we got a really good thing going, man. A really good thing going on, and we love doing this, man. We love the engagement, man. We love the people. Obviously, we love the game of football, and to be able to be here in a space like this, man, I'm super appreciative of you guys.
Obvious one of the day
for having me on for sure, man.
We got a little video of you and Nick, one of your shorts from your show. I'll go ahead and play it.
Over 6.5 catches for JSN. Look, we said it. Barely anyone's been able to stop JSN all year long. He's going to be the best part about JSN is that he gets mixed around all around the formation, the outside, the inside, whether it be over the middle or post corners over the route or anywhere in the formation, any route he can run, he's going to be there. So this is why we like the over 6.5 catches. Especially if New England can keep this game competitive for a long time in this one. Definitely like JSN for over the 6.5 catches. Obvious one of the day. Over 6.5 catches.
Well, anyway, Nick, Johnny, I should have found one with you as well. But yeah, arguing with Nick.
And it's all good because you know what, the clip like you guys didn't catch. He had I think everybody was on JSN in the Super Bowl for the over, for sure. But obviously, Ken Walker ended up being the actual overall MVP. The takedown I was telling you about on FanDuel, Ken Walker was actually in my MVP slot, obviously, in that space. But that's really that's more Nick's thing right there, man. You know what I mean? As far as hitting the props and stuff like that. I'll dabble around it and here and there, with it, but that's not really my thing. I think, Heywood, man, I'm a huge DFS guy. That's always my game is that right there. And obviously like redraft season long leagues. That's my game. And actually picks too, man. Like I do a pretty solid job with picks as well. So those are really like the three biggest things that like I indulge in on the show. Nick and I obviously both talk a lot about season long redraft leagues. He holds it down with the props. So it's a nice little mix we got for the two of us for sure.
Yo, what up, Tip? Major shout out, Tip. What's up, my dude?
What up, Tip? And Nick was in.
Your boy, right there. He is. I'm here.
What up, bro?
Cheers. That's so. I know it's the off season with you and Nick, but when you guys start on putting out some content, we coming up on training camp soon. You guys gonna be working and getting something done soon?
Yeah, man, we're getting ready. I know we're getting ready to start working on some things, man. Life has been lifing. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to kind of do another switcheroo here in another week or so with schedules for myself, and then we got that for the year. So really going to be that. We obviously are still going to continue to do our content on Sundays, man. As you guys know, we do our Sunday morning kickoff show. We do that this year. Monday nights are going to be a push, man. We're going to see how it's going to look, but I would say expect for us, man, to have a really solid waiver wire show on Wednesday or Thursday. That's what I would tell you for that. As far as content goes and when, I'll tell you, man, be on the lookout, man. It's definitely happening sooner than later, for sure. Been putting out some shorts here and there about some things that have been happening. Specifically, obviously, the Steelers. That was and Aaron Rodgers coming back. That was obviously a big one for me. The Mike McCarthy hiring. That was another one. But yeah, man, getting things rolling, man. Preparing for Scott Fish Bowl. That's another piece, man. Going to try to keep doing some mock drafts. seems like every year, man, it's a pretty big hit to have mock drafts and have people in. Tip stopped by, you stopped by, Nick was there, in the last mock draft. So I'd say expect a lot of those, and we typically try to bring the who's who of who's out there for the Scott Fish Bowl mock drafts. Obviously, me and Nick will be in Boston this year doing that one. So if you haven't signed up for it, I think there's still a couple spots left. And if not, they have the satellites that you can do to be able to get in for next year for the 17. But obviously, man, really excited about it, man. A lot of great people. Andrew Cooper is hosting that one. So it'll be really fun down there as it always is. But yeah, man, I'd say sooner than later, man. I'd say probably centered around mock drafts, and we'll kind of take the convo from there and see where it takes us, brother.
Awesome, man. Thank you for the Scott Fish connection, by the way. I was trying to get involved with that, and you hooked me up, so hopefully I can get in. So appreciate you there. And yeah, looking forward to what you guys got coming up. Man, it's freaking June already, man. We got, mandatory mini camps in July, training camp start, preseason starts. Early August. We're right around the corner from this. So next thing you know, it's going to be football season. Cannot freaking wait. Let's freaking go.
13 weeks, I believe, but who's counting? You know what I mean?
90 days from kickoff. Yeah, that's right.
Who's counting? Tell my wife all the time, like, I don't know if you guys seen the short where the guy, he writes it out for his wife that he's basically resigning from his job and his duties of being a husband for the next, 22 to 24 weeks. My family, they all know that's what it is. So, yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. I couldn't be more excited about what's to come this season, man.
Okay. That is exciting, dude. I didn't realize you live in Maine. I never even realized that until you said that earlier. That they have electricity up there.
Yeah, man. I live in Maine. I call it the last Maine, like the Maine, and then I heard something. What'd you say about fish?
Well, I said they got electricity up there. That's crazy.
Oh man, get out of here! Get out of here! It's definitely, man. It's a different vibe up here, for sure. But man, the people are dope. Up here, it's got its own unique feel to it, man, for sure. And I'd say one of the places is actually really dope, man, is Portland. Portland, Maine is actually a really, really cool place, man. It's a really up and coming place. It's really trendy. I'm about an hour away from it, man. So I get down there every now and then, but it's a really cool place. There's a lot of things like the Boston Celtics G League team plays there. The Red Sox AA team.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, is there. So it's not all bad, man. Man, people come up here. There was just a concert an hour north of me last week, I think.
A concert. There was a concert, he said.
Kid Cudi, Big Boy. Wayne will be here pretty soon. Yeah, man. People are, listen, the legalization of a certain thing has really started to bring a lot of people from the outside in here, is what I would tell you, man. But yeah, we got electricity here, bro. Yeah.
Caveman style, hanging out with Bigfoot. You're from Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I went from one country place to another. Is really what happened, man. Because Tennessee was country AF before I moved up here, and then obviously Nashville kind of started to blow up. And each time I'd go back home, I was like, man. And now it's just to the point where it's like, holy crap, dude! You can't even, drive down the street in downtown Nashville and then not take 30 minutes to get, from one avenue to another, man. So it seems like, man, every time I leave somewhere, man, it just blows up. I don't know what that means for me. I don't know if I should leave Maine and let Maine blow up or what, man.
Listen, dude. Listen, I moved to Phoenix in '86. You've seen what happened with Phoenix. I moved to Vegas in '95. We all seen what happened with Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean,
Vegas?
I'm back in Phoenix.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
623, baby. 623.
Love it.
Hey, Snoop, I think our good friend John, we have a good friend named John. He's kind of like country Filipino black guy I've known for a long time, like a brother of mine. I think you guys would get along. What do you think, Snoop? You kind of remind you of John a little bit?
Other than the fact that he's black and named John, I mean, and he likes sports. I mean, stupid.
I'm pretty, I'm a pretty easy guy to get along with, man.
Well, other than being the Steeler fan, I think so.
Yeah, I get that all the time, man. And
he's not perfect.
Yeah, it's greatness. It's greatness back here, man. That's what it is. And
I'll be honest with you though. Like if I had to pick a second team, I probably would pick the Steelers only because I like that defensive minded team. You know that steel curtain defense. I love it, bro. Like
yeah, man. It's and I think like we're gonna get back to that, bro. Like I think we're gonna get back to that. I think like this year, I think defensively we're gonna look a lot different than what we have in years past. And I think some people know that, but I think a lot of people, I think just the team as a whole is going to look a lot different than what it has in the past. I think like you've heard talk already in camp already about how the Steelers are going to be more exotic, how they're going to use multiple formations. I think like they're probably one of the few teams in the NFL like you can literally say that have like three elite pass rushers, right? So like having the ability to be able to move, T.J. Watt, Herbig, Highsmith around on the defense and create multiple fronts. I think that's going to be a great thing for him this year. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey, the talk of him playing the star position as far as like, moving around, being, in different places. I love the way that things are starting to shape up if it really comes to fruition defensively the way that that it seems that it's going to. I think this might be like one of the best versions of the Steelers defense that we've seen probably in the last 5 years.
That's awesome to hear. We'll get into Steelers here in a little bit. You watched last night's game a little bit, you said, right? You in NBA a little bit, aren't you, Johnny?
I mean, listen, dude, I like NBA. Like I told you, like that was the first thing I watched before football was NBA. Just the season, man. The grind got to me this year with NFL. And I said, I'm not making any bets or anything during the NBA season. I'm just going to take it, take and chill and kind of like watch from a distance. The playoffs started. I was right back into it, man, for sure. But yeah, I watched the game last night. This series has been great, dude. This series has been great. It's, David versus Goliath. And, last night, I don't want to be the guy that's like, I knew that was going to happen. I'm not going to be that guy. But the Knicks anytime they've been down, they have fought and fought. And you can see Jalen Brunson just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. So that was a crazy way to end the game last night. Crazy game overall, man.
So let's bring that up, Snoop. I got that pulled up. I want to talk about the NBA Finals. So Game 4 last night, arguably one of the craziest games I've ever seen in my life. Knicks win. It was the largest comeback in playoff finals history. 29 points, freaking insane. OG was off the chain last night. He had a great game. That tip in with 1 second left. I don't know if anybody at home stopped watching, but you missed one of the craziest games ever. OG had one of the games of his life with 33 points, 7 3-pointers. Oh, man. Is this worse than the Atlanta 28-3? Is this the worst choke job in single game history in all of sports, fellas?
it's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there. Yeah, dude. Like, it's up there. Like, 29 points with like 10 minutes into the third or 10 minutes left in the third. That's just nuts, dude. I think the plus on it was like plus 3,300 at the time.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's freaking insane. The 28-3 Falcons, New England, is probably the biggest choke job in my eyes, but this has got to be up there, man. This has to be up there. This is the second time, too, that the Spurs have blown a 14-plus point lead going into the fourth quarter. So, insane, man. Insane. Imagine.
I think this one's got to be worse, though, man, because, like, with Brady, like, you just always expect Brady to do Tom Brady things. You know what I mean? Like, you just always expect that. Like, no lead was ever safe with that guy. But, like, this one was, like, crazy because you think of, like, the Spurs and having this generational talent, like, in Wemby. And then, obviously their coach, coming from the Greg Popovich tree, like it's crazy to think that in a game of basketball where like the plays are being run obviously out there with the guys, like they have the ball, they can yes or no the plays, they can, hold the ball or whatever the case may be. So this one is like worse. This one is worse than that to me. Like I can't, it was. I would definitely say worse than the Falcons' choke job. No question.
What do you think, Snoop?
Well, you know what? We're talking about Game 4 right now, and it's been a week since we've podcast. We haven't even talked about the 2 previous games. So I think we need to rewind it back for a second and look at this is where it started to go downhill.
Mhm.
I mean, that right there alone. And listen, like we can't show the actual replays because we get flagged for every little thing. But if you look at that play, Castle was telling Wemby, slow it down, before he even threw the ball at his back right there. So I don't know what's going on, there. But that's just, I don't know if that's just a miscommunication, poor judgment on Wemby's part. But they really, no pun intended, dropped the ball at that point. I feel like, even though they won the next game, you know.
Like one thing, man, is like I know like all these guys have like played in pressure situations before. Like obviously they're pros, right? So like I'm not gonna discredit them like in that fashion. But like I think like something that's getting lost or has gotten lost like in this entire series is like, the finals experience. Like that stuff like it matters, man. And like, you know, Miles Bridges having that Mikael Bridges having that
Yeah.
final experience with the Suns, right? Like that means something. OG Anunoby, like he didn't play, but he was there like during that space, right? For the Toronto Raptors. And then like you look at like the other guys, like you look at Josh Hart, you look at Jalen Brunson, right? Even then you look at a guy like Cat, like having like the experience of playing in multiple big time games, at the collegiate level, which is completely different for sure. And you could make the same argument for like De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle, right? But like there's just like the veteran leadership like isn't there. And I think like one of the things for me that really sticks out with this Knicks team as far as watching them during the playoffs is very similar, in my opinion anyway, is very similar to what happened with the Golden State Warriors and Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr, right? Like Mark Jackson gets these guys ready, Steve Kerr steps in, and boom, all of a sudden, like these guys got an identity, they get it, da 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 da, right? And I think like you look at this team, and I've said this like from the very beginning, is like this team really takes on the attitude of Tom Thibodeau. Is really that's really what it is. Like he's got these guys ready, and Mike Brown, he's not a terrible coach. I'm not gonna like crush the guy, but they're not. It's not his identity, and he's guiding these guys. So I ain't gonna throw no shade at him, but that's just like what I think about when I look at this team from afar. Is just like it doesn't resemble Mike Brown. It really resembles more Tom Thibodeau.
Great call. Mark Jackson don't get the credit for the Golden State teams. They helped, build the continuity. Same thing with the, Thibodeau. But yeah, it's a veteran laden team that's been together. Now it seems like younger, deeper teams is the thing in the NBA, but it doesn't matter if you're younger. If you're together, it seems like it goes a long way. And this Knicks team is definitely showing that.
For sure.
Snoop, since we're rewinding the clock with the game 3, did you see this stat? I have it pulled up here. I'm not sure if you could see it, but I'll pull if you could share it. The New York Knicks had more fans arrested after game 3 than the Knicks scored in the fourth quarter. 21 arrests after the game compared to 20 fourth quarter points.
Yeah, I saw that. That's just crazy. I get it. You're excited. Your team, is on the cusp of something great. But I mean, this is just crazy. Like there's another clip out there of like they're like trying to light the guy on fire. And that's just stupid. Be excited for your team and celebrate. But I mean, there's no need to go to violence. This is not war. We're not like two countries fighting each other. We're two sports teams playing against one another for a championship. It's a little bit different. I get that you want to have pride in your team and all that, but I mean, there's no need to attack people just because they're wearing a fucking different jersey. I mean, that's crazy.
Right. We got what game? Next game is Saturday at 12:30. Looks like Saturday afternoon, 12:30. Right now, the Spurs are 5.5-point favorites. So hopefully they can extend the series. That's what we want as fans. So looking forward to the next game. Do you think the Spurs can pull off the next game, Snoop?
Is it? I forget how they're doing the format these days. Is game 5 in New York?
It's in San Antonio, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, San Antonio. So it's 2-1-1-1.
So, I think you got to favor San Antonio in that aspect then. But you know what? Don't be surprised if New York has the momentum right now and they just run away with it. You know, I said Knicks in 6 from the beginning, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do it in 5.
All right. All right. Agree. Good call, Snoop, on the show. You called it a few months ago. Actually, a couple years ago, you've been saying the Knicks should be winning this title soon. So,
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it last year, but
you got any more stuff on the final, Snoop?
Yeah, sure. I got some stuff right here. Johnny, I don't know how familiar you are with the show, but we call out everything on here, and I don't know if things are rigged. I don't know how you feel about things like that. But have you ever heard of this guy named James Goldstein? Do you know who this character is?
No, tell me more.
You'll recognize him once you see the video here. Jalen Brunson is going to shake hands with him, and they do a secret society handshake. Yeah, now you know who I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
So I want to play this video real quick here. This is after game 2.
Huh.
There he is doing the infamous handshake there.
yeah.
Did you have a clip of him and LeBron doing the same thing during one of LeBron's games?
There was some LeBron clips in the past, yes.
This guy.
So, you know, I don't know what's going on with this dude. You know, if these people sell their soul to him or what. But he's definitely got some pull because he's always courtside at all the games. All the players want to say what's up to him. Even that Paul Skeens' wife was seen with him just a couple of weeks ago. So it's not even just basketball. You know, he's with everybody.
I know. I see the guy all the time, like at like major sporting events, and I'm always like, oh, like there's that guy again. Like there's that guy. So yeah, okay.
There's that guy. There's
There's
that guy.
that guy. He's always got on some like pimp suit. You know, he's like super tanned up always. So,
Speaking of pimp suits, what's up, Nico?
bro.
Much love, Nico. Great show last night, the Fantasy Space Podcast. Shout out to you guys out there. I don't know if you checked it out, Johnny, but Tip's got a new show over there with the boys, and it's a pretty damn good show. Wednesday nights. So
Yeah. I popped in. He was talking about his very first ever fantasy pick, and I told him, I said, you know, man, the same thing happened to me, man. I took Peyton Manning as the very first player. No shock. Shout out UT. No shock there, but I took Peyton Manning, and I even was so confident. This was after he came off the historic touchdown. I actually did a statistics report on why Peyton Manning should be the number 1 overall pick, and it didn't pan out. So.
let's go. Go ahead, Snoop.
I was going to say, I got some more NBA news right here. As we all know, Carmelo Anthony has been all over the news this week. Carmelo Anthony and Raquel Smith appear to soft launch their relationship. That's a joke because Carmelo Anthony is the other guy that stabbed the kid in the thing. All right, never mind. All right.
Mellow.
Got the show's betting recap I want to go over. I haven't pulled it up for a few weeks. Been a quiet time with all my bets because everything I've been going through. But in the last 3 weeks, here's the show's betting recap. If you're tailing, turn your notice on for all of Heywood's bets. 4 winning bets, 19-3 on all legs, plus $167 since last September of the show's debut. We are 1,149 wins compared to 365 losses. That's up 34-41 on bands. So I haven't showed you guys a betting recap. I'm just now getting back into it after a couple weeks, kind of taking some time away with everything I've been going through. Snoop, any other NBA stuff you want to go over?
Yeah, I mean, I just got some other conspiracy stuff here. Here we go. You know what? Actually, yeah, let's address this. Stacey King, beloved member of the Chicago Bulls, unfortunately has passed away this week at the ripe age of 59. So shout out to Stacey King, 3-time NBA champion with the legendary Bulls. He's a broadcaster in his later years. But yeah, he has unfortunately passed away this week. So shout out to Stacey King and his family.
Rest in peace, and shout out to Scott Williams. Stacey King was a very, very close friend of his. Scott here and there texting him, sending him my condolences. So it's always hard to lose somebody in the family, or friends. But rest in peace, and hearts and prayers to the family. What else you got, Snoop?
I got one more thing. Apparently, Donald Trump went to the game the other night. I'm gonna mute it so we don't get dinged by YouTube. But yeah, here he is.
Good handles.
Right? I mean, the Suns maybe need to sign this guy, huh?
I like his number, right? Got to have some laugh in your life. Have some sense of humor, everybody. Oh, man. All right. So I think that's all the NBA stuff. We're going to show. I got some Sun stuff we'll do later after time with Johnny. But you got any other NBA stuff? I got some NFL stuff we can get into.
I got some other NBA stuff, but can wait till later though. It's just
all right. Let's go through some of the news. We'll power through this. Let me go ahead. And...
you know what? I got a quick fantasy news. Believe it or not, Snoop is bringing some fantasy news to the program. This is not usually my forte, but check
Nick
this
forte.
out. Check this out.
What you got?
So this guy's fantasy punishment was to go trick-or-treating in June until he got 10 pieces of candy. So
What?
Okay, no worries.
Wrong season, my friend.
Yeah.
It's a little bit early.
I know. I'm just gonna miss it this year.
I got nothing, sorry.
Candy, anything,
Sorry.
trick or treat.
Wrong day.
I know, and I'm gonna miss it this year.
Oh no.
Yeah, trick or treat.
What?
Trick or treat.
C'est pas le bonjour là.
No. Okay. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Hey, trick or treat. Anything? Candy or no? Okay. Thank you. All right, trick or treat.
Trick or treating for
Halloween.
really?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Perishable item.
Sure. What do you want?
Soup. Hi, trick or treat.
I don't think I got anything for you.
Perishable.
Perishable,
Like a soup.
which is non-perishable.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
See ya. Have a good day.
Nothing.
No?
No, sorry.
Like anything? Apple?
Hold on one sec.
Thanks. I can't. Let's dump it out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cash 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just I'm done.
Wow.
Wow. Johnny, how would you feel in June somebody knocking your door asking for candy?
Man. I would feel some kind of way, is what I would feel. I would ask them, what the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, literally, like, what is wrong with you out here? That's a great fantasy punishment, though. I loved every moment of that, man. That was a good one, Snoop. That was a good one, man.
what's the craziest fantasy punishment you've heard of?
One of the ones that we used to have is a pink laced license plate that someone would have to put on their car that said "I suck at fantasy football." But most of the leagues I'm in, we don't have. It's not a punishment league. We have one league where it's a trophy league, another one where it's an auction keeper league where I let them choose. They can get a championship ring or championship belt. But I think we need to bring back fantasy shaming. I think we need to bring it back. It's great.
I concur. I love it. It's fun.
Heck, thinking about it, I used to play in a league a long time ago. If you finished last, you were kicked out of the league and had to pay for the champs fees. So, yeah, that was a long time ago, but that's pretty funny. Trick-or-treating in June.
That
I'd
is
be like,
funny.
what the fuck is right? That's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Dressed as Harry Potter too. Like,
Adam.
Jesus.
All right, let's knock out some of this news, Snoop, so we can dive into some fantasy with Johnny. All right, so Patrick Holmes got some more money on his deal. Initial rookie contract in 2017 was a 4-year, $16.4 million deal. 10-year, $450 million contract. Was groundbreaking at the time. Well, they just extended him some more and gave him some more loot. So now it's $504 million extended to the 2033 season. So more loot for Patty Mahomes. In other news, George Kittle, despite tearing his Achilles and having it surgically repaired 19 weeks ago, he says and believes that he will be on track for week 1 in Australia. Coming back from Achilles with today's science, hey man, more power to you. Achilles hits at home for me. Jacoby Brissett of the Cardinals has now returned back to mandatory mini camp after his soft hold in. So hopefully we can get something locked up there. And then in other news as well, Baker Mayfield told reporters this week that a new deal is not anywhere close as they and the Buccaneers look to extend him. We'll see what happens there as well. We have a retired player as well. Joel Patanio, the offensive lineman of Cleveland, retired. He's a damn good freaking offensive lineman. I know Johnny knows a little bit about him. And then in other news as well, Joe Burrow and the Bengals redid and reworked some of his money. So they freed up $10 million in cap space due part to the Dexter Lawrence trade. And then Calais Campbell says that this will be his last and final year in the NFL. 19 seasons for the one of the league's Iron Man. And then we have some contract extensions as well. Colts and wide receiver Alec Pierce, 4-year, $114 million contract. He might be sidelined well in the training camp, folks, off his left ankle surgery. And then Dolphins reach another agreement with their center, Aaron Brewer, 3 years, $52 million. So beefing up that offensive line, good for Devon Achane. And Tucker Kraft expects to be ready in week 1 with no restrictions after his ACL tear last year. And then, we only have 2 draft picks now that have not been signed. First rounders. Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza are still not signed. And let's see, what else we got in here? Sean Payton and the Broncos agreed to an extension on a 5-year extension. Good for him. Cardinals should have had him a couple years ago, but my franchise. And then Henry Ruggs was denied parole 5 years after killing a woman in a car crash in Nevada. I got one more thing, but other than that, what's your thoughts on some of that, guys?
Go ahead, Johnny.
I think like the Patrick Mahomes one, right? Like, like he should be the highest paid player in the league. Like, there's no discrepancy about that at all. Again, the heist of Latanza for my good fellas, people out there is what that is. There's that. Sean Payton, like I think obviously like that's a huge move for the Broncos. No question. I think given the circumstances for them last year, one fluke injury or play call away from potentially going to the Super Bowl and maybe even winning it. So I think like that's obviously pretty dope. Baker Mayfield is actually the one though, man. A lot of rumbling in Pittsburgh and from reporters and stuff like that about potentially the Steelers and Baker Mayfield being married next year. And I tell you, man, that would be something that would be awesome. I've been a fan of Baker Mayfield's, even at the collegiate level. Obviously, I wasn't when he was with the Browns, but the moment that he signed with the Bucks, I was back in. And obviously, Pittsburgh's got some things set up for him, so I think that's a pretty dope situation for sure. Joe Burrow, them restructuring that. Obviously, they got to figure out something, man, because that's a very top-heavy organization when you look at Burrow, Higgins, and Chase as far as where all the money's going to. So obviously some things have to be shuffled up there. The Henry Ruggs situation, man, that's just sad in a lot of spaces. Overall, it's sad, obviously, as far as what happened with them. I think not
Snoop, did that happen on your old street or right near your old house?
It's near my old house, yeah.
That's wild. But it's crazy because you hear some of his teammates talk about him. Although now I kind of with whatever Josh Jacobs says, you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt with that, right? But from all accounts, man, it seemed like he was a pretty chill dude, man. All things considered, and sometimes, man, with these guys and just in life in general, man, all it takes is one mistake, and your entire life changes. And here's a young man that was on his way for sure. Like I think from the football side of things, like he was starting to things were starting to click for him, and then this happens, and he's behind bars, man. So I think that was there anything else that like I missed? You? I think you talked about like the offensive lineman signing back for the
Yeah,
Dolphins. Yeah, which
Brewer the
reason,
center,
yeah.
and then Tucker Kraft and George Kittle.
Tucker Kraft, that's a guy that like last year, he was cooking before he got injured, and obviously Romeo Dobbs now playing in New England. There's some targets that are available now, and then the other thing that's really kind of wild about it's not wild, but the other like unique thing about this situation with Josh Jacobs, like any possible suspension or anything, like 2 years ago, I believe it was 2 years ago, Jordan Love was so good in the playoffs, man. He was so freaking good in the playoffs. And it had all of us starting to be like, okay, like this is somebody that's got next. And even like going into last year, right? Like I remember we had a debate on our show whether Jordan Love or Dak Prescott. And I was like, I'll take Jordan Love. It didn't happen. He was beat up a lot last year. But if there's no Josh Jacobs, the Packers are probably going to be throwing the ball quite a bit more.
Who's the backup running back there? I mean,
Yeah.
they did not get anybody this offseason. They have nobody in that room.
Yeah, because Emmanuel Wilson, he went to Seattle, and they got the kid, man, that's always hurt. I'm blanking on him right now. I felt like he played at USC.
Yeah, he's always hurt. The guy with the leg. What the hell? Lynch?
Yeah.
No. But he's always hurt. I know you're talking about. But yeah.
But like, so there's going to be even more opportunities there for Tucker Kraft. So like, I like that. And George Kittle, dude, why would anybody expect for George Kittle to say anything other than "I will be ready for week 1"? Like, what up, Fizz? Like, why would anybody expect anything other than that?
That's
But
what
I
he
think
should say, even if he's not ready.
right. But like we see it like, and it's a different ball game, right? But like we've seen it in the NBA with Kevin Durant and some of these other guys, right? It'll be interesting to see what shakes with the George Kittle situation for sure, and if he is actually ready to go for week 1.
Cool. Snoop, I got something just for you, brother. I want to know your take on our next topic. The Bears Board of Directors voted Thursday to advance the stadium development in Hammond, Indiana, with the exact location to be selected. This is the first time that the Bears board has voted on any stadium site. One source said there is more work to be done, bearing anything very strange, but it's a done deal. What are you hearing? And is the Bears really going to play in Indiana?
Could happen. I don't think it's a done deal yet. I think anything can still happen. I don't disagree with them voting to go there. I mean, the Illinois government has really dropped the ball when it comes to the Bears. And I don't blame them for wanting to get out, to be quite honest with you. And honestly, it's only 17 miles from Soldier Field.
Oh, really?
So that's it. 17 miles.
Okay. That's not that bad. Well, it's not that bad at all.
And there's about a dozen other teams that are in different locations. Both of the New York teams play in New Jersey. San Francisco plays in Santa Clara or something.
Right, and that's like an hour and a half away from San Fran.
Yeah, so I mean, it's Dallas plays somewhere else as well. I think Arlington, is it? But so it's not like it's the first NFL team to do something like that. It's a shame they can't work it out. I wish they could have really just beefed up Soldier Field, but the problem is that there's only one way in and out of that stadium there, so traffic is just a nightmare in that area. But it is what it is, But there's still anything can happen. So either way, we'll be all right. Either way, as long as we beat the Packers, I don't think it matters.
That's right. Snoop's second team, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go. We here for it, baby. We here for it.
I said Packers, but if you think I said Pittsburgh, that's fine.
Well, you said Pittsburgh earlier. You said Pittsburgh earlier.
I know, but right now I just said as long as we beat the Packers, that's all that matters. And then he said
Oh,
something
okay.
about the
Okay.
Steelers.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I was like, are you switching up on me right now, Snoop? What's really happening?
No. This guy's switching things up. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't even know what's going on this fucking show anymore.
Yeah.
But I
So,
do know that the Golden Knights are tied 1-1, just so everybody has an NHL update.
All right.
All right, so Johnny Main, you know I got a lot of love for you, but on February 1st, 2009, we were not friends if I knew you. I want to bring up, I'm wearing the jersey. I got the background picture. On that date, where were you? And was that the greatest Super Bowl of all time?
I was at my old house. I had a huge Super Bowl party, probably like 20 people at my house.
The whole state of Maine.
I knew you was gonna say some slick shit. I knew you was. I was waiting for you. Yeah, so I was there. Yeah, I think for me, like it's definitely got to be the greatest Super Bowl for me. And I know some people have ranked it that. It's definitely one of the three best Super Bowls for sure. I'm obviously going to be biased about the situation, but just the drama in that game, the big plays, the fourth quarter drive, definitely the best one for me. And I love Santonio Holmes for sure. I said this even back. I even said this back then. That's Ben Roethlisberger's Super Bowl MVP that's sitting at the crib with Santonio Holmes. But shout out Santonio Holmes, though.
Hey, dude, not even being biased, like my heart still hurts. That was one of the most entertaining freaking Super Bowls and drama of all time. Like it was.
Yeah.
You know, the halftime interception, you know, with Harrison, 100 yards.
Yes,
The
sir.
touchdown with Fitz, the fastest he's ever ran with like
Literally,
2:36 left. You're
Literally.
lucky my D coordinator went to prevent on that last drive. I'm not BSing you. How many sacks? How many pressures? We changed it up. God damn it, we fired him the next day. Fuck you, Clancy Pendergast. Sorry.
Listen, man, Ben Roethlisberger, that's just what he did, though, man. That's what he did. Extend plays and in a 2-minute drive, baby. The only man I would put above him is TB12. That's it, man. And Ben Roethlisberger, like, if there was time left on the clock, man, you know, it was, and the weapons that they had at that time too. Like there's been a lot of like other like different conversation about like the Hall of Fame and stuff. Like I think some people forget how good Hines Ward actually was. Like,
Dude,
IRL.
great.
Like
Great.
Hines Ward was one of the best wide receivers. I'm not saying he was ever the best wide receiver.
Who was your receivers that game? Was it Ward, Holmes, and didn't you have the ASU tight end at the time? Heap.
Miller. Yeah.
Right. Was Plaxico Burris there?
No, Plaxico wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was those two guys, and then oh my God, it wasn't Cedric Wilson because he was with on the first Super Bowl run with those guys. They didn't even really. It was Rashard Mendenhall, I think, was their running back.
That's right. That's right.
Those were the guys. Man, it's gonna kill me that I just can't rip off this wide receiver's name like right off the top of my head, man. I feel like he ended up.
There was another one there, I believe.
Yeah, but he wasn't like elite like that right there, man. He was a pretty good wide receiver, but he wasn't like great. Golly, I'm gonna just Google it, man, because I can't remember who it was to save my life right now. But it was, and I'm gonna see it, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God.
Okay. So, Johnny, you want to check something out? I don't know if I can see it with my green screen. So, I got a Super Bowl shirt from every player that was on that roster, and I still have it. Never worn it. Just wanted to show you. But that's pretty dope. But yeah, that was a great Super Bowl, brother. One of the most entertaining ones ever of all time. You know what I mean? Classic as hell. 27-23, I believe was the score. 27-24, I believe was the score. But that was a classic Super Bowl. This moves right in to your Steelers in this offseason. I want you to talk about the Steelers offseason. What they added, what they lost, what do you like, what do you don't like? Pick your head a little bit. Platform is yours, brother.
I think like obviously, man, like you obviously have to start with losing Mike Tomlin. No matter what anybody has to say at all about the Pittsburgh Steelers or about Mike Tomlin, I've said this: Mike Tomlin was the best coach or is the best coach in the history of the NFL when it comes to managing big personalities.
Yes.
He was able to take stabs on players that nobody else would dream of. And part of that was just because he knew how to manage the locker room. I think like time definitely did get away from him for sure. Like it's definitely different now than it was 20 years ago when he first took the job. But I think you start there even now, man. It's just weird to like not be catching Tomlinisms from training camp or even like from the draft or anything. So I think like you start there. That's the biggest piece for me. Obviously, Mike McCarthy. I I'm not a huge fan, or wasn't a huge fan going into this, but I think after watching his press conference and seeing how much this job means to him, I think like okay, like here's a guy that like really cares, and like that doesn't always translate into wins and losses, right? But I think like you have a veteran team. And like they needed a veteran leader, right? They needed somebody that's been there before, and McCarthy's done that. McCarthy's also a guy that offensively he's going to give this whole team like a facelift. He's going to give them a facelift. Insert Michael Pittman. You lost Calvin Austin, who made a huge catch for the Steelers, obviously. In that Monday night game to put the Ravens to bed. So that's a loss, and then you lose him on special. So that's a little bit of a loss for sure. But again, Michael Pittman has been one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league.
Do you love that move?
I do. I love it. I like that move because like as we were kind of talking about like the Baker Mayfield situation, like the Steelers are not like they haven't ever just quit. So like they're rebuilding while still trying to compete. And if you look at what they've got like up front, it's a ton of youth. It's a ton of youth is what they have up front, right? And then you look at like what they have on the outside, like as far as Pittman, DK, and then they draft Jeremy Bernard, right? Like the table is already set for somebody or whoever the quarterback is. Like obviously it's Rodgers this year, but whoever the quarterback is over the next 2 or 3 years, the table is set for them. It's set for them with a nice offensive line. It's set for them with guys that know how to play the wide receiver position. You insert Rico Dowdle, you lose Kenny Gainwell, and I know a lot of people were huge Kenny Gainwell fans in the fantasy space, right? Best season he's ever had, but I think there's a caveat to that, right?
They're almost the same player, almost, right?
I think Rico Dowdle's a better runner than Kenny Gainwell. For me, I think Kenny Gainwell fit just really great with just Aaron Rodgers having the quickest release time in all of football, right? Like that was one thing that definitely benefited Kenny Gainwell. I think it might look a little bit different this year. I think with Rico Dowdle in the backfield and Jaylen Warren too, man. I think like play action should be a real thing for these guys, man. It should be a real thing for these guys.
It's your number one weapon, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it. So you have that, and then Pat Fryermuth had probably like statistically one of his worst, if not his worst season ever. I love that guy, love him, man. And then Mount Washington, like they have the ability to do some really unique things offensively this year, and that's why I said like it's different. And I think like most Steeler fans are going to be okay with it being. They were very vanilla on offense, and they even like dating back 6, 7, 8 years ago, like they were still very vanilla on offense, right? But McCarthy's probably going to be handling most of the play calling. So like I like that. And then like I mentioned, man, like Patrick Graham, like this guy, man, like he's got a little bit of pedigree to him, man. Like he was around the Patriots, the Patriots crew from 2009 to 2015. He was around that crew for sure, coaching the linebackers and D line. Same thing with the Giants and Packers. And then he's had moments with like not very good defenses, like the Raiders and the Giants, right? And talking about, as we mentioned, like all of like what they're going to do defensively, like the changes of personnel, of scheme. TJ Watt already talking about the fact that like he's not going to just be able to line up in one position. I think that's great. I'm pretty sure it was last year there was a point where he actually dropped back in coverage and got a pick. Like just having like some versatility on defense, I think is going to give these guys, a really big edge. And then you look in the secondary now, man. Like,
don't mean to cut you off, but I love what you guys did. Jamel Dean.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Literally. Like you could make an argument in case that this might be one of the best secondaries in the NFL.
In the league.
You could make, and like as a Steelers fan, brother, there, like we were just talking about that Super Bowl there, like that Super Bowl team, man, like Ike Taylor was probably, Steeler fans love that guy because he never any picks, right? But like the guy he could play corner, man, and he wasn't afraid to tackle. But this group of individuals that they have, man, on the defensive side of the ball,
Might be
like,
the best secondary I've seen on your team. And
man,
one of Snoop's favorite players is Brisker. Just to let you know that.
Yeah. All right. I love it. I love that, bro.
I had to unfollow him when he left the Bears.
That's kind of a pain in the ass when that happens too, man. Because it's the same thing, like they play with your team, and then all of a sudden, like you go and follow them, and then leave. And but yeah,
I love what you guys have done on defense for sure. That your secondary is quietly maybe your best position on defense now. Yeah. Like that's a huge upgrade.
I'll say this about Brisker, though. I think, he, after suffering the concussions and whatnot, I think he's afraid to go 100. You know what I mean? So I think he's just kind of, not playing to his full potential right now. And I want to see him succeed. I love Brisker. He's an amazing player.
Great deal, too. 1 year, $5 million. Snoop was like, fuck, when they heard the
news. Yeah. It's, and like, I love that about Omar Khan, man. Omar Khan is, and a couple of things like I thought about like over the during the off season, as I said, depending on how they handle this Herbig situation is going to tell me if they're ready to take the next step into this new evolution of the NFL. And they took that step, and I think like Omar Khan, like he's never gonna just sit there and just watch things, happen. Like he's been very active over the last 2 off seasons, and I think it's been great. And I think, as I mentioned, with this potential Baker Mayfield, and again, man, it's what, June 13th, 12th, like we still got a whole season to go, right? But like just the thought of having like a capable, competent, quarterback who, could give you, 4 or 5 years to kind of like reset everything and actually like start, because they dropped the ball like with Ben, man, and not really drafting a backup or drafting someone, the heir apparent to the throne. They really dropped the ball on that. But I'm really optimistic, and I'm really excited about what the Steelers have for them this year, especially now, like no Myles Garrett in Cleveland, Baltimore, the turnover that happened there. Although I will say, man, it is a little bit dangerous, or at least I think it's a little bit dangerous, the fact that like the coaching staff overall is a little bit younger now, or a lot bit younger now, right? Like it's gonna be different in that space. And with Cincinnati, we already know what it is, right? Like you stop Burrow, you stop those guys, or even if Burrow's able to be upright, that's what it is. But I'm Steeler fans are not afraid of Lamar Jackson, man. Lamar Jackson's got as a starting quarterback against the Steelers, he's got a losing record. Ain't nobody scared of Lamar Jackson, man. Ain't nobody scared of the Cleveland Browns. The Cincinnati Bengals are really the biggest threat to me, I think, like in the division.
Are you okay or not okay? What do you think about Aaron coming back?
I wasn't thrilled, man, about that. I think you have the two, guys like on the roster, the two young guys. You have Will Howard. And I think like there was like a lot of buzz about him, and obviously he got hurt last year in training camp and didn't get to play in any preseason games. So like we don't really know. But again, I think it goes back to like, the very first thing I talked about is like you have a tenured team, you have a lot of veterans, so you have to have a veteran presence, right? Because even if the Steelers went outside, not outside, if they did what they normally do and hired a young coach, that would have been a lot of pressure for a young coach to come in there and harness a lot of veteran players, command their respect after, having a Hall of Fame type coach. So I think they were just between a rock and a hard place. They didn't have the only other option I would have loved for them to maybe explore Kyler. And I know you're kind of like about Kyler, but I think that would have been a great.
Are you serious? You would want Kyler on your team?
It's better than Aaron. And this is me saying that.
Aaron Rodgers, brother. Like,
have you seen what Kyler's doing?
Have you seen Aaron Rodgers throw a football lately?
Bro, man,
you're faster than him, Snoop.
Yeah,
I'm not defending Rodgers.
Yeah. But like, there's not many options, right? Like, there's not many options. Like, because at that point, it was either okay, you take a shot on a guy like Malik Willis, who they passed over in the draft, who I wanted them to draft originally over Kenny Pickett. But like you said, like Malik is getting the house. So it was Malik, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers. Pick your poison, Yeah.
Oof. This comment, Kyler about to have a great year with KOC coaching.
KOC.
Oh.
Well, if anybody can fix him, it's this coaching staff, this coach, and this offense.
He's not even going to get an opportunity to play if he keeps throwing this many interceptions in training camp.
I want to make one thing perfectly clear. We're from Phoenix. We know a little bit more of the national, and especially on my end. And I'll go on a limb. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I hope I'm freaking not, because I want the guy to succeed. I just don't think the guy is cut out to be a starting quarterback in the NFL mentally.
I've said it before on a podcast. He will be in Las Vegas playing for the Athletics next season.
A lot of people, I've heard that, and then there's two other like takes like I have on that too. Like one take, and I did make like a little short video about this, is like it's not about, for me, like Kyler Murray like in a fantasy space like not being productive, because I think like he can be productive from a fantasy space. But I think like what's gonna I know this is what's gonna happen is he's going to be overdrafted. Kyler Murray has, like, if he's played, he's been like QB 10, QB 11, like that's where he's been. And then Kevin O'Connell has taken Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins,
made him great.
But in real football, yes. In real football, yes. But in fantasy football, they've also been QB 9, QB 10, QB 11. So like, I think that's where Kyler Murray is going to be. He's going to be what he's always been, and it's going to be what Kevin O'Connell has always done. And I think people, obviously, like, you look at the situation and you're really excited with the fact that, all right, Kevin O'Connell's a great coach. Like, they've done like a lot of great work. Which, sidebar, the offensive coordinator for the Steelers is actually from the Minnesota Vikings. But like, we all know that like McCarthy's going to call the plays. You see like what he has, because like you have Justin Jefferson, Jawan Jennings, shout out UT. That was a very underrated signing by the Vikings.
Very TJ Hawkinson, with the OC from Arizona who loves the tight end. So yes, Hawkinson could be eaten.
Yes, sir. And I love getting him like super late, like
that's one of my guys too.
Yeah,
like, I think this is great content for all you Kyler believers that most of you guys are watching that don't know what's here locally with us. Take advantage and flip him. Weeks 4 through 8, because he's gonna get hurt. Call of Duty comes out Halloween, and look at his past record. There's no BS about it. It's the honest to God truth. Numbers do not freaking lie. Go look it up. Look at his record after that game comes out. Call me crazy, call me stupid, call me ignorant. No, it's the freaking truth. I know people in that organization has told me. Like, so take advantage early, flip them.
Kyler Murray might not even be QB1 in Minnesota on opening day.
Wow.
Man, I JJ McCarthy, the only reason why I believed in JJ McCarthy is because Kevin O'Connell was coaching him. That was the only reason why. And after seeing and after seeing what I saw last year, that's scary hours. But one of the other points I was going to make was that, like, we've seen it. Like, you just seen it with Sam Darnold, man. Like, you just seen it. Like, some of these guys are taking a little bit longer to get it. They're taking a little bit longer to get it. And I think there's no type of reality check, like your team not wanting you or you being healthy and your team not wanting you to come back. And like, all of a sudden, Jacoby Brissett is now the starting quarterback and we don't care about how healthy you are. So like, maybe it's a reality check for him, but like, I'm not going to write him off completely. I just, like I said, like, I know by the time August gets here, people are going to convince themselves that he is one of the 6 or 7 best quarterbacks, in NFL, like in fantasy football. And like, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah. And those people are going to be the ones trick-or-treating in Harry Potter costumes come June.
You silly.
This is the meat and potatoes. This is the meat and potatoes, Johnny. And I feel like I could talk to you a lot about all this fantasy because, we are passionate about this. I could see him being around the QB 15-ish. That's just me. And that's okay. And, everybody knows my stance on him. Dude, there's a reason why the Cardinals are paying $50 million for his contract this year and he's not playing for us. There's a reason.
That's fair.
I want to respect your time. Damn, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, Johnny, you might have to stay a little bit longer, man. A little bit longer.
All
A little
good.
bit long. So we had a mock draft on Sleeper that you put on Twitter. Tell the folks at home. It took like 15 minutes. It was some of the higher ups in the industry, you know, like Nick, your boy Nick. Tip was in it. Who else was in it? How many people were in this? What was the setup? And I'll pull that up and we could talk about that for a minute, brother.
Sure. It was Scott Fishbowl. You mentioned a couple of people. Rachel Tootsie, she was there as well. I think, oh man, there's another guy he's always pretty active on Twitter in the Scott Fishbowl. Vince, I think that's who it was. Vince. He was there in that draft. Vince Mapstone, he was there. And then Rabbit Dad, he's also a pretty active guy. There's also like a Scott Fishbowl hopefuls chat. Some of the people that are hopeful to get in through. That's man, like, dude, that's the beautiful part about Scott Fishbowl, man. I love it so daggone much.
Me too.
It gives you the ability to be able to like network with like certain people and things like that. That like you might not necessarily come across. They have like, chats for like whatever position you're picking to be in there and to talk strategy. You make some good connections there. They used to have like just like they have this actually now on Discord. It's just like the Boston live draft. So like all the people that are from Boston are there, right? So it's definitely dope, man, for sure.
So this is the 12-man league, right?
Yeah, it's a 12-man league. Yeah, it's crazy because I'll give you the bonuses real quick. Basically, it's 10 points for everything. So it's 10 points for 300-yard passing, 400-yard passing, 100 yards rushing and receiving, 200 yards for rushing and receiving, 10 points for 40-yard passing plays, rushing plays, and receiving plays. The crazy part about this is it's a super flex league. You can start 2 quarterbacks, all right?
You don't have to.
Right. You at least have to start. You at least have to. It's 0 to 2 quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight end, and then 8 running back, wide receivers, and tight end. So like you could just go all running backs if you wanted to. Like two quarterbacks.
Flex.
Yeah, dude, Scott Fish, man, is like a damn genius when it comes to this because like for people that are like crazy engulfed in fantasy football. That's the best way to play, man. Like that's the best way to play is like just to have like an open flex. There's no kickers, no defense. Oh, and it's a tight end premium. You get a half a point per reception, half a point for first down, 1/10 of a point for every yard rushing. 0.
Damn, I didn't even go through all these rules reading them either before.
Yeah, 0 point. That's like the unique part about it, man. Is that right there? It's the little nuances because like the projected number one or number 2 overall player is Brock Bowers, is who it is. And I just can't see myself taking Brock Bowers number 1 or number 2 overall in the draft, man.
Can't either.
Yeah.
Can't either. So I want let's pull that back up. You had the 101 with it being super flex. I want to go over some of these picks and just pick your head. I lean on you for things. So you took Bijan Robinson with the 101. Now question, super flex, Josh Allen. He's either 1 or 2 in scoring the last 6 years. He might be this era's Dan Marino. Why'd you go Bijan instead of starting off with a quarterback? And how did that start off your strategy, brother?
I think like with Bijan, I think like we still haven't seen the best from him yet. Like, and that's crazy to say. And I feel like he had like 70 or 80 catches, if I remember, like right off the top of my head, without like actually looking at his stats. And then this is his ability to be able to have explosive plays. Kevin Stefanski, now we talk about, there's a lot of conversation. And I probably talk all over the place, man, but there's a lot of conversation, right, about like all the multiple offensive coordinator changes. There's also like benefits for people that are in their second year with certain coordinators and certain coaches. But Kevin Stefanski, I think like the one thing like we know he's going to do, like we know he's going to run. Bijan Robinson is the most talented back in football. I'll tell you, I have a couple of thoughts. It's Bijan for me. The other thought I have as well, and I'll just put it out there in the general atmosphere. I don't care. Think about this in this space. You take Chase at 1, come back at 2, and you get Burrow.
That's not a bad thought at all. Get your stack, and that's probably the most elite stack there is. Right.
And so, like, I just like in doing these mocks, you just kind of want to get a feel to see, like, all right, like, well, what does it look like if this happens? And then, so I did that, and the other guy that like I really that I really am going to take, and I I'll walk through like a lot of this is like Omarion Hampton for me. Like I'm already fast forward into August, and I've already heard a couple of like really well respected people talk about this. Omarion Hampton,
UI and Nick are
yeah,
really love him this year. Go ahead. Don't sorry to
yeah.
cut you off.
No, you're good, bro. Omarion Hampton. I would feel I actually did a Scott Fishbowl hopefuls draft league. I took him in the 7th spot because I feel like it's there, like it's all there. So I was gonna take him, but I just wanted to see. All right, like hey, so I took AJ Brown because AJ Brown in the New England Patriots. One thing that like AJ Brown has never been a part of, he has never been a part of an offense that has a competent quarterback. Ryan Tannehill, and I know people will be like, "Oh, well, Jalen Hurts." Jalen Hurts, yes, like yeah, like it is what it is, and it's a run-based offense. This will be the first time for him that like he has like an innovative play caller, like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I think you got to be excited about that. And then Chase Brown, he was a guy that last year, right around this time or as the summer started, he got steamed up into the first round in some high end drafts with high end leagues. So I think to get him in the 3rd round was really really a great pull. And then from there it got a little bit dicey because wide receivers just kind of like they just started like flying. And
So I want to condemn you. Props. You took my guy. I'm to the moon, Devontae Smith this year. So a couple months ago, 3 months ago, I traded a 2028 Dynasty first round draft pick for Devontae Smith at $26 and a $300 salary cap with 2 years left. I saw the trade coming. I saw what they're doing. Hence, hopefully they didn't draft a big X receiver in the draft. They didn't. They drafted Lemon, who's going to be underneath. I think the sky's the limit. I think he's going to be a top 10 receiver. So props to you, brother.
Yeah, it felt a little bit uncomfortable, but to your point, like everything's there, man. It's all there for him. And I was just like, okay, well, like now, like I have 2 number 1 wide receivers on this team, and then Jalen Waddle. Like I know a lot of people are really high on him. The transition, I am a little bit nervous because the one thing, man, Sean Payton don't care about, man, that dude don't give a damn about your fantasy football team. He don't care.
He does not.
He don't
He
care.
does not.
He don't give a damn about your fantasy football team.
First string running back, Boltrin. Let's go.
Yeah, man, he don't care, man. So like I felt good leaving that, being like, okay, like I have two running backs who in this format can take it to the house at any point in time. I have AJ Brown, I have Devontae Smith, who are also guys that can take it to the house at any time. Jalen Waddle, same concept.
I like your double tight ends, by the way. What you end up doing, I like that.
Yeah, and so like for me, like in that space, that was the other thing. Is like now I double tap tight end, and all right, like I feel really good about that. And then Cam Ward, there's a couple of guys, man. I was a year too early on a couple guys, and I'm gonna go back to the well on him. And Cam Ward was one of those guys I was just a year too early on. I stood on buildings and tables last year for Calvin Ridley. I think obviously now like some of the changes that have happened with the Titans and the Titans wide receiver room and the pass catchers that are there now. I think like Cam Ward takes that next step. The talent's there. We know the talent's there. So I'm cool to get him as my first quarterback. And then the question, like you and I, we always kind of go back and forth about is Marvin Harrison and Michael Wilson. At the time, Jacoby Brissett's not there.
Yeah, you got Marvin at the 9-1. I took Wilson at the 7-11. Go ahead.
Yeah. So like, and again, like I think like this is another situation, right? Like where Marvin Harrison Jr., this is the cheapest you're gonna get him now. Like this is it. There's a couple of guys, and again going all over the place. There's a couple of guys that like I feel like this year, this is the cheapest you are going to get him. He's one of those guys, and the other guy that I feel like should be the cheapest that you will ever get him would be Jalen Hurts. And I think that they're going to need more from him than they've ever needed from him ever in his entire Philadelphia Eagle tenure. And and I know that there is something to be said with not football players or athletes, but the type of leader and competitor that he is when you lose a piece like AJ Brown, the way that he lost that piece. So like, I think that, in your home leagues or your local leagues, like this is the best version of Jalen Hurts, I think, that you would be able to get just given
some great points right now because Jalen Hurts is going the lowest he's ever gone. He's going to be a super scorer where he's getting drafted. And just like you said, man, the team's going to rely on him more. and they haven't taken away the tush push yet. So
that part.
they have it, you know.
Yeah, that part. So
Well, I'm curious, like, speaking about Marvin Harrison Jr., you said this is a great year to get him. Do you think it really is, considering who's going to throw the ball to him? You know, I mean, that's, a tough thing right now in Arizona is the quarterback. And I mean, do you think that he can produce this season?
I think, I think if it's Brissett, I think there's definitely an opportunity for him to do that for sure. And I think the other part of this too is like Marvin Harrison Jr. The first year he was in the league, he was being drafted as a first round fantasy wide receiver back in round 2. Last year, you thought you were going to sneak him away, in round 4 or round 5, and then some guy taps on him in round 3 because of the upside. People have been burned by him way too many times. I could name you a laundry list of players that have had this type of pedigree, and we've passed, and then boom. And then the year you least expect it is the year that like it actually pops. Kyle Pitts is a great example of that. Like he was in a very similar situation. This is OG stuff right here, but a guy that sticks in my mind.
Who you got?
Darren McFadden when he was with the Raiders. The year that he just went,
2012. Let's go.
Man, when he went nuclear, like I remember, he was just a forgotten pick. And every year, like in those middle rounds, that's what happens there. And I think, if you look at the pedigree and you look at opportunity and situation, because like as much as everybody loves Trey McBride, bro, like it's going to be damn near impossible for him to repeat the performance that he had last year. It's going to be damn near impossible. So I just think, like, when you get into a tournament like this right here in the 9th round and Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, you're looking at, the guys that went after him at the position were Alec Pierce, who I'm not sold on. We just talked about he's got ankle issues in training camp situation. Cortland Sutton, well, he's the de facto number 2 wide receiver. Jordan Addison, we just talked about, do you believe in Kyler Murray or do you not? Yes, no, maybe. All right, cool. But they have Jawan Jennings and other pass catchers, another rookie wide receiver or a rookie wide receiver in Mikael Lennon. And then you're looking at guys like Jaden Reed, Ricky Pearsall. So, talent-wise, why not, man? Why not?
So, all right, everybody knows how I feel. I posted it, videos. I just like Michael Wilson better as a player than Marvin Harrison. Call me crazy. I've been at almost every practice the last couple of years. I've seen it live in person. Yes, I didn't think this way a year ago. But after Marvin got hurt last year, Michael Wilson's just a better freaking player. Just on my eyes, watching, to go up and get it, the separation. Besides the comfortability with the quarterback, look how many times he got peckered with targets. Just to go up and get it, Michael Wilson's one of the best go up and get it receivers in the league. And just look at his highlights last year. Marvin Harrison was like 41st in separation last year. And I hate saying this because the pedigree, the name, where he was drafted, his overall ceiling, I hope I'm wrong, but I think Michael Wilson's just a better player.
I like Michael Wilson too, bro. Like Michael Wilson was a league winner. I had him on a few of my teams. And like I will absolutely pick Michael Wilson, like no question. But like you mentioned it, like Marvin Harrison Jr. in the separation. But it wasn't last year. It was going into last year from the previous season. Marvin Harrison Jr., the one thing that like that's gonna happen if and when they get into the red zone, he's gonna get targeted. He's going to get targeted like in that space. So I think like he brings his own unique value to the table. So like in round 8, like if you're able to get a guy that's going to, receive a lot of heavy looks or heavy usage inside of the red zone.
Or even standard leagues. If you guys are even in standard leagues, I think Marvin Harrison's more attractive in standard leagues.
Yeah, but I do rock with you with the Michael Wilson pick for sure, man. And like obviously it's a room full of sharp people, right? And in some rooms, Marvin Harrison Jr. goes first, Michael Wilson it might go next, right? Because some people just like, oh well, I don't really subscribe to it, I don't believe it, I don't buy it. Well, hey, like if you had him last year, you subscribe and you buy it to it, right? So,
and anybody knows here locally, call me crazy. I'm not saying it because I know or heard. If we're crappy, which we're going to be, we're going to trade Marvin Harrison Jr. before the trade deadline. I can see that.
And okay, so like that's another thing, right? Like a change of scenery for a guy,
Would probably do him great.
like I mean, I don't even know like where like just off like the cuff, like where like a really good space, would be at. Like, I mean, and this is crazy, but like this is crazy. But like the Philadelphia Eagles are always a team that's super aggressive, bro. They're always super aggressive.
Always.
Always super aggressive, man. So I think
One of the best
there's a lot.
GMs in sports.
What'd you say?
One of the best GMs in sports.
Yeah, like definitely so, man. And I'll circle back around to like Michael Wilson, like just super quick too, dude. Like, really from week 11 on, and like we know what it is, but from week 11 on, bro, only one game where he didn't hit double digit points, man. Only one game. And like the target share, man, 18, 15, 16, 11, 10, 10. And if Jacoby Brissett is going to be the guy, yeah, I think we know. Like they and plus, man, they get them practice team looks too. They had them practice team looks together, them scruffy looks together.
Yeah.
To start camp, man. So there's definitely something there, like for sure.
So I want to talk. I know you're. We're up against your time, but hopefully we can get you a little bit longer. Thanks for having me a part of the draft. I want to talk about Snoop's boy, your boy, my boy, Caleb Williams, Madden cover boy. I took him in front of Lamar in this draft. I'm high as hell on my rankings. Call me crazy. I have him QB3, QB4ish. Am I wrong for saying this? Seeing this, Johnny? Am I too high on him? Is his ceiling 700-800 yards rushing, 35 touchdowns, 4,000 yards? Can he actually hit this year? Am I dreaming?
Also, I want to add, choose your words carefully. Go.
Well, first of all, this is what I'll say. I'll say the Iceman, Caleb Williams, is what I will say. For starters, man, everybody knows, man. Like I'm a Caleb Williams truther, man. I'm a Caleb Williams truther through and through. I just think that like talent wise, and like we all seen that throw last year in the playoffs versus the Rams, right? There's only other one cat in the league that can make that throw, and that's 15. It's 15, and we know what kind of standard we hold 15 to, right? Second season with Ben Johnson, right?
Yep.
So like I think like that yes, yeah, I love that shirt, dude. Oh my God, I love that shirt. But yeah, like I actually currently, man, like in my early.
Where do you have him?
Four.
Thank you. Fuck yeah.
4.
Thank you.
I have him at 4.
Thank you.
And I just think that like
all these big guys in the freaking national bigwigs has them 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, put down that pipe.
Yeah, well, listen, look at where they put Jordan Love every year too. And no knock against Love, but he's not that guy.
No, I think I'm still going to take Caleb Williams over Jordan Love like every single day of the week. And I really like Jordan Love like as a talent for sure. I really do. But man, it's hard to say, or it's not hard to say, but it's hard to go against, man, like what we've seen last year with Caleb Williams. And there's gonna be some things that are gonna be different for them for sure. Like defensively, things are gonna look a little bit different. But as fantasy managers, what do we want, man? We want those shitty defenses, right? We want those shitty defenses because if there's bad defenses, that means there's just more opportunity to score points, man. And I think there's still upside with Caleb Williams as far as the rushing game goes. And this season, man, coming back and like having things that actually work for him. Because, dude, it was clear and apparent last year. Him and DJ Moore, that wasn't it. That was not it. And all of his guys are all there now, man. And Colston Loveland, like we haven't even got there, bro. Colston Loveland, like he was quiet during the first 3 quarters of the season, and the last quarter in the playoffs, it was like, yo, this dude definitely could make a run to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL over the next 2 or 3 years. And like people don't even understand how good Luther Burden is. I know the coach speak has been out there. It's been out there. It's the yards per route. It's all those things. But he was at Missouri, bro. Like there were just times, and like obviously I'm an SEC guy, man. Like there were just times where he just looked like a grown man out there, and you look at him, it's like, well, yeah, like you know what I mean. So I'm here for it, man. Caleb Williams last year. Just a quick recap: 8 weeks in the top 12, So obviously QB1, right? 3 weeks, in the top 5. I think this year, man, just kind of like going Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Drake
Yes.
May. Like there's a changing of the guard that's happening right now in front of us as far as quarterback goes. And those are the guys that like you think about it with Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams. The pedigree is there for them to take that next big elite step. So sign me up for all the Caleb Williams. I don't care about I'm sorry, again, rant, but they were talking about Madden curse stuff because there's going to be some fools out there talking about that. That shit ain't real no more, man. It ain't real.
Not anymore. Not
And if
anymore.
you got to break the curse, man, it's the Iceman.
Yes, that's right. Damn Skippy. I love a lot of things, what you just said. And I think I said this to you on your stream yesterday. Too many mouths to feed is a good damn problem. So as far as fantasy aspects, don't target the players on teams that are loaded. Target that quarterback.
That part.
That's all you got to do.
Part. Oh,
That's all
wait.
you-
Clock it.
What'd you say?
So, hey, going into that draft, I have it pulled back up, Snoop, if you want to pull it back up. That's my quarterbacks in the Superflex. Caleb Williams and Trevor Lawrence. I'll go all the way over. I was team 11 right before tip. I took him in front of, guys like Lamar in years past. I would say, what the hell are you doing? No, not this year going forward. And I went with Amon St. Brown, the sun god, in round two. The most consistent receiver in fantasy football. Just take the layup, folks.
Yep.
Just take the layups. Like, I might be nuts. I might just take Chase only in front of him, maybe JSN. But I think consistency is the secret in fantasy. Take Amon. He is just Mr. Consistent. Jeremiah Love was an auto pick. I didn't get back to my phone in time. But Trevor Lawrence, round 4, Scatterboo him huge on. So a lot of these guys in this draft that I did is guys that I want this year, even if I reached on them, hence the Wilson to Marvin Harrison. Parker Washington. I love that pairing with Trevor Lawrence. Now, if you go into Parker Washington, I've been saying it for a couple months. He's going in year 2 with that offense. It's the same offense that Chris Godwin's best year ever is the second year of Liam Cohen's offense with Baker Mayfield, and he plays the same position. And we saw flashes of this in the playoffs and towards the last 3 games of the last season. There's this theory in years past that don't take what a player did at the end of the season and roll it to next year because sometimes that burns you, which is the case, but not in this case. What was your thoughts on some of these other teams? Johnny, Tip's team, my team, who you thought did well on it? Because this was fun. I'm not going to lie, bro. Let's do many more of them.
Yeah, definitely so, man. And I think like all the things, like everything you said, bro, was spot on, man. As far as like, Amon Ra, Trevor Lawrence, like, the quarterback piece, man, like that's a beautiful take as far as that goes. Yeah, man. I mean, Squint Spald, like that's a nice squad right there, man. Like I like that team right there. I think it gets a little bit questionable after like pick 7, but like you look at Puka, Jettis, Herbert, Pickens, and Burton. And remember, right, like the type of scoring format that you have. It's the big play format. Justin Jefferson's a big play guy. Puka's a big play guy, right? Pickens, it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes. 'Cause I think like a lot of like how he was and who he was, and I'm a George Pickens truther, obviously, but like last year was just about the value for George Pickens, right? So like to have that like replicate again, I think will be very interesting. So I like that squad. I also like Vince Mapstone's squad too, man.
I like his squad too.
I like that squad. And like Jared Goff, man, he's another like really interesting play because I think it's the same thing that like we were just talking about, like mouths to feed, bad defenses. The only question like we really have about them is the offensive line. They've had some key losses during the offseason. So like how is that going to transition into things? But Jared Goff has been like one of the best, like pure just passers. And then you have a guy like JMO who like can get you those big plays. So
Mr. Best Ball.
Yeah, I like those. Nick tried to go like obviously like an anchor running back situation here. With that, I like Carnell Tate. Obviously, I like him. We know he was going to take 2 guys.
Dyson or Tate, Johnny May. Dyson or Tate? Who are you taking?
Man, right now, today, I'm probably going to lean more towards Tate right now.
Ooh,
And
okay. That's
yeah,
changed for you.
yeah, it changed. I think like Jordan Tyson, like the talent, bro. Like there's absolutely like no question about it.
No
There's
doubt. He's the
no
most talented receiver in this class by far. His ceiling is by far way bigger than Tate.
right. But I think like in your
The
situation,
health.
right? But you were talking about like in your dynasty situation, right? In dynasty, like yes, like Tyson, like give me Tyson for sure. But like right now, like the guy that like I think is gonna be able to like hit it and like make an impact. I think Carnell Tate is gonna be able. I think he's gonna be able to do that in Cashville, man, for sure. So, yeah, where was I at?
Snoop, who do you blow up the screen? Just I know it's not like draft season, but is there any teams that you like just looking at the squads? We did this mock draft. It was pretty fun. It was probably the fastest draft I ever did, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean I can't even read that shit. It's so small. Like,
All right, never mind. Never mind. But like, yeah, I was in one with like all these Hall of Fame guys with Tip like a month ago. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little like nervous. And then Sleeper's app wasn't working, so I had to auto.
Sleepers app be like that sometimes. Like if you if someone auto picks on Sleeper, like it takes so long to then get to you that by the time it's to you, like you only have like 10 seconds left. So like I've learned this trick with Sleeper. You always got to have somebody queued up. Otherwise, man, like
Okay.
yeah,
I'm familiar with it. It's the first time I've ever used it this year,
yeah.
so I'm more open to it. Rate my team. Be harsh. What you got?
The auto pick on
On
Love, I
Love.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that
going
was
to take Gadsden. So imagine if Gadsden was, or not Gadsden, but Omarion. That's who I was going
okay.
to take. So
Okay, all right.
replace Omarion with him. What do you think of my squad?
All right, so I would have loved that a lot more, for sure. I would definitely would. Man, I don't know what it is about Cam Scatterbo, man, but like
I'm all in
it,
on him.
it just doesn't move the needle for me, man. I think this is the first time we're going to disagree because I just like, yeah, like it's there, and like I know he's going to give you some production, right? But I just think like where you're getting him versus where you're getting him, where you got him at last year is going to be different. And Tyrone Tracy ain't going nowhere, man. He's not going to go. He's not going to go anywhere. Mike Evans, I am a little.
What's your
I don't
take on
know.
him? Well, I love him this year, dude. Health pun intended, obviously. But Purdy's perfect for him. He's the perfect, like, big target receiver in that offense that it needs. You know, this offense, hence, it's getting older, but it's scary when healthy on paper.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna let other people like I'm not gonna say like he's a no draft guy for me, but I think I'm gonna let other people do that. Like if in the right build for me, if Mike Evans is my wide receiver 3, I'm all in. Like I'm all in if he's my wide receiver 3. And I'm probably gonna look like an asshole probably, in 25 weeks when he's wide receiver 10, right? But I just like I don't know about like a lot of like transitions that happen for players this late in their career going to new teams, right? And being able to put up very similar production. His skill set is always going to be he's always going to be a monster in the red zone. That's just Mike Evans. That's just what he does. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's if you ask me like Mike Evans, like because honestly, dude, I'd probably rather have Roma Dunze, honestly, than Mike Evans.
That was my option right there.
Yeah,
So for Snoop, Bears fan, what receiver will lead the Bears receivers in fantasy points this year?
will lead
the Bears receivers in fantasy points. What receiver will be?
Yeah, that's tough, man. I'm gonna go Burden. I'm gonna go Luther Burden.
He plays the sun god position in Ben Johnson's offense, so I could see that if he takes that step up.
I think Rome's gonna have a good year if he stays healthy. But I mean, I think Burden is gonna have a breakout year. I mean, he flew under the radar last year as a rookie, only because he was a rookie. But I think, I mean, and even the reports that are coming out of training camp right now are just they're really high on Luther Burden. I mean, he's just showing maturity and class and making plays, and I think that he might be better than Rome. I mean, and I love Rome. I'm not trying to hate on Rome or knock Rome at all, but I really think Burden's going to have a great year.
Interesting. Johnny Main, what do you think?
I'm gonna agree with you with Burden, man. I think like it's almost inevitable. It is. I think like Burden's gonna be like the guy that like moves the chains, and I think like Odunze and Loveland are gonna give you like the chunk plays. That's just what it is, right? And I think like the continued development of Caleb Williams is gonna be timing and getting the ball out on time. That was first preseason game last year when I seen him. I said that like I think they played 2 series. I said that's all I need to see. That was the biggest difference. That was it. That was all I need to see to solidify. Like, yep, keep drafting them. So yeah, I think that's what it's going to be, man. And I think like man, I know this is about the receivers, but Caleb Williams is tough as hell, man. Like he's tough as nails, dude. He is. But I think I think that's what it's going to be, man. Yeah.
Snoop, Johnny's pretty good the past couple of off seasons, calling breakout players, going through some history and some research. You're pretty good on that. Do you have any questions for Johnny regards to anything football, fantasy? I mean, let's use the time wisely and pluck his head. So thank you, Johnny, for being here. I know we're an hour 45 now.
No, it's all good, man. I had it. Listen, man, I had a feeling it was going to go like this, bro, and it is all good, man. It is all love for sure. This is the first time this season for me to like just get on here and just talk about it, man. And so it's obviously a really good feeling, man, for sure. And I'm, always grateful for any opportunity, man. I get on any platform to go and talk football, with a bunch of cool cats and making fun of the 25 people that live in my town.
Is there that many? Damn.
Yeah, 25 population 25, man.
Is that for real though? 25?
No.
Oh,
It's,
okay. I was like, I believe you.
no, man.
I'll take the over.
We're like where I'm at. Like, it's like Bangor's up north, Augusta's like in central, and then Portland's in south. I'm in central, so I'm like right in between like all of the places. It's about an hour. Augusta's the only place it isn't an hour, but every other place is like an hour to get to, and it's like 3 hours to Boston. So not too bad.
Can you see your neighbor's house?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I live on a street. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I live on the street. Of course, I can see my neighbor's house.
The outhouse is not the neighbor's house, Snoop.
I don't know, man. You could be out in the country. I don't know, man.
You think
I've never been to Maine?
When I first moved up here, though, like I did live in the sticks, and that shit was crazy. That was crazy. It's like 4:00 and it's pitch dark and it's ice everywhere.
You're in South Greenland, dude.
Yeah, man, it wasn't fun, man. But I rock with it now, man. I rock with it.
Well, shoot, I think we covered a lot since you've been here. I feel like I could really talk to you forever about it. So, I mean, just picking your head for a minute, I'm going to go over like a rapid fire, not to put you on the spot, but I am. You could pass. You could pass. You could pass too if you want, but I'm going to throw out some players.
Yeah.
Give me a quick take. Pass. In on. Out on. That as of right now, early June, we still got time to go. I'm not all the way there with my research, so I'm getting there. So I'm gonna throw out a couple of players. We'll start off in redraft formats. Jeremiah Love, in or out? What's your thoughts immediately?
Out. Out. Price tag is going to be too high. They have 1,000 running backs in that room. I think like we seen like last year should be a really good lesson for us as far as like rookie running backs go. And unless there's a defined clear path that is there, I think his price tag is going to be too high. I'm going to pass in redraft.
Dynasty probably different.
Dynasty, right? I'm all in. all in.
Okay. Travis Etienne.
In. I'm in. Kellen Moore plays at like a crazy pace down there in New Orleans. I've been a Travis Etienne fan. For the last 5 years or so. I drafted him. Yeah, I drafted him on his bad year. I went back to the well with him again last year. But I really go ahead.
Chris Rodriguez.
Out.
David Montgomery.
In. Dude, he's a bell cow. Well, not a bell cow. He's going to be the guy that gets the bulk of the carries with a badass defense that like that right there. And like, it's been a long time since we've seen what he can do, just him getting a lot of like the actual carries itself. So I'm in on Montgomery.
Malik Willis.
Surprisingly, I'm in. Just because I think they're going to be so bad. He's got some mobility. Really, super flex is really like where I really like him at a lot. I'm not. I hope I don't have to pick him in redrafts, but super flex, he's my go-to guy and best ball as well.
Christian McCaffrey, where he's being drafted right now.
You, I'm gonna say in just because last year I was completely out on him and I missed him in a couple spaces. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to close your eyes and embrace the suck.
In even odd years, so in even years, he averages 10 games or less.
Yeah,
True facts in his career. And I don't ever go off this weird, crazy stat thing, but it just look at his stats. Where he's being drafted right now, I would say in. So I like that. I like that. Okay. RJ Harvey.
I'm gonna say. I got to do a little bit more with him, man. Because last year I had him on a lot of teams last year, and I had a lot of rookie running backs, and it stung me in a lot of places.
Yep, it did. Agree. Terry, Scary.
McLaurin. I'm gonna say I'll be in on him because I think Jaden Daniels, if he's healthy, I think you're going to get production from him, right? Last year was just a really fluky year. He was actually somebody like I was doing a lot of research on was Jaden Daniels. So I'll be in on Terry McLaurin.
Kyle Mangungai.
Manungai.
Thank you,
Put some
Snoop.
respect on it.
Say it, Snoop. Kyle, what?
Manungai.
For where he's going, I'll be in on him for where he's going for sure.
Will TJ Hawkinson outplay his draft position?
Absolutely. I'm TJ Hawkinson. We kind of talked about it briefly. One of my favorite early tight end smashes, just because you can get him so later on in a position where, like, if you don't get the elite guys, you feel like you missed out. Well, hey, give me the Hawk, man.
Will Brock Bowers be tight end 1 at the end of the season?
No.
Okay. Colston Loveland, will he be in the top 5 tight ends at the end of the year?
I'm thinking Bowers, McBride, Kraft, Pitts. I'll say he slides in.
Love it. I love it. Okay. Will the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs?
Yes.
Ooh. How many wins this year, Mr. Maine?
I'm going to give them 10 wins this year.
Ooh. Is that a future bet?
Actually, it is. I was looking at it last night. Actually, I was like I said, man. I like not just as a fan. I think like, dude, this defense. I'm so excited about like what this defense is going to be this year, and I think the offensive line takes like another step. And like, man, the one thing about Rico Dowdle, you can say whatever you want about Uncle Rico. Everywhere he goes, man,
he performs.
Yeah, he's good for it, man.
Oh, okay. I think that's what I got. I know we're getting close on the marker. I hate to do this. Snoop, talk to him for a minute. I'll be right back. I gotta fucking pee. I've been holding it for like almost 2 hours. So Snoop, talk to him. I'll be right back.
I love it.
So now what do we talk about? We done talked about all the nerd shit with the fantasy stuff.
Yeah, whatever you got, man. I'm a Renaissance man. You know, I'm a Renaissance man.
I'm just happy to talk to you, man. It's been fun to catch up. It's been a minute, dude. We gotta get you and Nick both on here again. Here coming up once we get closer to the season. But are you going to the fantasy thing, or would you say no?
No, man, I'm not going to the expo this year. Like I said, man, had a lot of like, work stuff, man, or whatever. And then, just really putting a lot of things into, getting this here off the ground, man. And, I've been the last 2 years. So I'll be sitting this one out, but I'll be back next year. But we am going to Boston for Scott Fish Bowl, like we kind of talked about, with that. So that'll be a good time, man. It's always a good time to go there and, see a lot of creators, meet new people, first time people and stuff like that, man. It's that's like the best part about it. It's like the first time people, because like I remember, my first time there, man, we were in this like bar that was like so ungodly hot, bro. and it was like we were trying to hang up the draft boards, and but like it wasn't even about that, man. It was just being able to like be in a room where like 6 or 7 other drafts are going on, and walking around and looking at other draft boards and talking to people, right, and meeting people, making contacts, right, to be able to do stuff like this right here. Definitely, man. That's where I met Nick at. Was
Oh wow.
Fishbowl, yeah. And just being able to make contacts like that right there, it was definitely was dope, man, for sure.
Well, that's what it's all about, networking. That's there's a little convention coming up in Florida here in August that I'm trying to get out to. It's more of like conspiracy type stuff, but I'm really hoping I can get out there for the couple of days and just network and make the connections, like you're saying. That's what it's all about. Meeting the other creators and whatnot.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's it, man.
And it's like, dude, it's a lot of fun for me doing this show, with this guy and getting to meet all the fantasy guys, you and Tip and who's the other guy we had on that I like? Well, Nico. There's Nico.
Yeah.
But,
IDP Iggy.
IDP
Iggy, man.
Iggy.
Iggy's cool
That's
people
what I'm thinking
too,
of.
man.
Iggy. Yeah, Iggy's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Great
man, it's
people up in that space.
yeah, it's
man.
a lot of fun. A lot of fun getting to know everybody.
You Snoop, you gotta get Iggy on your show. I think you guys would have a great talk about shit.
Yeah.
Probably.
But hey, Johnny Maine, man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Quick
Yeah, bro.
thoughts. You were on last year with Nick. The show's grown. You have fun this time around? You enjoy it?
Man, of course, man. Of course. Like, listen, man, I love the opportunity, man. Like I said, just to be able to talk ball, right? That's always dope, man. And then Snoop, man, like you guys have always been like super supportive of of our thing. You guys have always been super supportive of me, man. I always try to return the favor, any way I can, for sure. Because it means a lot, man. It means a lot. We all spend a lot of time and a lot of hours, like, preparing for this, and, being away from friends and family and loved ones and all that stuff, man. But like, just to be able to get on here, and do this and kind of self-orchestrate, man, it definitely makes you feel good, for sure, man. And I'll tell you, this is a great start, man, to my fantasy football season. If the rest of my season goes like this, bro, I'll be on cloud 9, man, for sure.
Well, that's like I always say to everybody. It's like, we try to support everybody we can because, we're not competition. We're here to help each other grow.
Yeah.
100%. There's enough meat on the bone for everybody to eat, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right.
sir.
And you guys know I'll always support you and Nick.
Yeah,
like
man.
how we connected. And
I'll support you. I don't know about Nick, but I'll support you, Johnny. I hope you heard that, Nick, and I know that you're watching.
Yeah. Or he's writing down in his little fake notebook he's always talking about, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So
got
Johnny,
he's got one of those fake notebooks too.
Oh yeah, he's always writing down, taking notes. Yeah.
so I thought of this great idea a couple months ago. I am going to start the Pick Is In podcast fantasy league with all the guests that's been on. Snoop, you can play if you want.
Love it.
Johnny, Nick, Tip, Nico, IDP, Iggy, all these people in the industry. I want to start a league. I think it'd be great camaraderie. I don't know how we do it. It would be even cool if we could stream it, but that's probably too much.
Oh man, that'd be fire, bro. That would be so
That
fire,
would, right?
Yeah,
Right?
that'd be so fire. Yeah.
How mad are you gonna be though when I come in and beat everyone and I don't even put near the amount of research into this that y'all do?
Man, listen,
That's
redraft league shit happens, man. That's just the nature of the beast, man. Like, I'm here for the competition, man, and like any fantasy football person, man, the draft is like the ultimate endorphin release ever. And then
Yes.
and then all of a sudden, man, you look and it's week 1. And it's like, it's not about setting your lineup week 1. I would tell anybody this. So if you're listening, it's not about setting your lineup in week 1. It's about in week 3 and week 4 when you have to go through and run fucking 16 different waivers and decide which player you want to go pick up, because you just can't go pick them up in every other place, man. And you start to kind of like whittle it down, and it's like, oh well, this league I'm crushing it, so I don't need to pay that much attention to it. Oh wait, now all of a sudden there's this league. It's an unhealthy great balance of managing teams, man. So I don't think I'm going to have I think I had 19 last year, so I don't think I'm going to have that many this
I'll
year.
tell you.
That's
I'll
it?
tell you. Heywood's dad used to have 19 a week. This guy was the
So
waiver
yeah,
wire
dude, yeah.
king.
Like I thought I did a lot of transactions. I get my dad involved in fantasy, and he totally geeks out on it. He's taking kickers that are being signed a month later. Like,
Oh my God, dude, that's
like
wild. That's
yeah,
wild.
like, and he got. I think it was like 1 year he picked up the number one kicker 3 weeks in advance, and he was signing off the streets. I think it was Zane Gonzalez. A few years
Zane
ago.
Gonzalez. No, that checks out. That checks out, man.
It's like
That
6-7
checks
years
out.
ago, but yeah,
I've been
totally
to
right.
Carolina or some
6,
shit.
7. Is that what? Did you just seriously throw out that shit? Oh man.
Yeah. Oh shit, man.
Hey, I got a lot of people reaching out to me via text just saying they love your energy and they want you back on more. So that's a good thing.
Love it, man. Love it. I would love to be back for sure, man. For sure. Just-
Speaking of Iggy, he just reposted the stream. Shout out to Iggy.
What's up, Iggy? RDP, Iggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, brothers. Well, listen, I'm about to get ready to dip, man. I got to hit that 9 to 5 tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, fellas, man. Thank you guys once again, and I look forward to connecting soon, man.
For sure. Thanks for joining us, Johnny. It's always
For
All
fun.
right,
sure.
peace.
Johnny, love you. Much love. And got to get you with Nick on before the season.
Sounds good, brother.
All right. The tag team champions of the world. Oh.
All right, dude. We'll see you soon, Johnny.
All right, later.
Later.
There, Johnny. Well,
But
that was
all
fun.
right.
That was fun. Yeah, I love that guy, man.
Yeah. Great time with Johnny Maine.
That was cool. as shit.
Everybody, make sure you go follow Mr. Johnny Maine. Check him out on X at whatever that says.
Whatever.
Johnny Maine 37185. And then also give him a subscription there on the YouTubes. Check him out. It's the same at Johnny Maine 37185. Check out the Fantasy Football Show LLC. Dude, him and Nick Wilcox, they put out a great show, man.
They do, 100%. You know, I love those guys. You know, they invited me on the show last year. They got like for real. For me to cancel my Sunday morning ritual plans to change them to listen to their show tells you something. They're very fucking informative. And by the way, we didn't even get into it. Johnny Maine is one of the best DFS daily fantasy players in the world. Like he cashed big quite a few times last year. You know, he built a lineup with me on the show. We won some money, but he did better than I did in DFS last year. So props to them.
That's not hard to
sorry. Hey, Snoop, how would you feel about Carter jumping on?
Right now?
Yeah, he's hitting me up. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't got too much longer.
Yeah, I mean,
some of us got to take care of dogs and eat some dinners ourselves.
right. But let me get a link sent to him.
Well, while you're doing that, I want to bring up some Tom Brady news, and I had to look this up because I couldn't believe that it was real. Legendary NFL quarterback Tom Brady just launched a coconut water brand called Good Nut. The name of the company is called Good Nut, and their slogan is, "It's a delicious mouthful." I wish I was making this up. Let's watch the trailer for his new coconut water.
Are you launching another celebrity seltzer brand?
No, I'm launching a brand new coconut water. It's actually really good.
Oh, what's it called?
So we called coconut farmers in Vietnam for this one, which, when you care about ingredients, it's kind of a huge deal.
No, not who you called, what's it called?
You called me!
Okay, just tell me what it's called, Tom.
When you have a product this good, it doesn't matter what it's called, okay?
Yeah, it kind of does. Are you launching another celebrity
I couldn't believe that it was real. I thought like it was one of those, you know, like joke posts that people make, you know.
Don't feel bad, Stu, because the first time I saw it like this, I was like, is this real? Is he really calling this shit this name?
It's 100% real. I gave it a couple of googs just to make sure. It's 100% real.
What do you think of the slogan name?
You know, I mean, it's gonna probably
sell.
Yes. I mean, who doesn't want a good nut in their mouth?
Wow.
Yeah, it's
What
just
is that? An energy drink?
it's a coconut water. So
Oh.
it's it's got electrolytes.
Oh, yippee, yippee, huh? Oh man.
Yippee ki yay! What's up, Carter Kong?
What
Oh,
up? What up? What
damn.
up?
The one and only. What up, Carter? Carter Khan don't got shit on this. Welcome to the Pick Is In.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. You good?
How do you feel about some good nut in your mouth?
Dude, I do not like good nut in me mouth.
Do you like it anywhere
Good thing I
inside of
didn't
you?
answer the other way, huh? I'm gonna open up some questions with the family listening, huh? Dude, I just want to say, Johnny Maine, I had to pop in real quick. That guy, I learned so much in that like 90 minutes. That guy is awesome. Just knows his shit. And Heywood, you guys geek it out like that, man. I'm not the DFS guy. I'm not the super fantasy guy, but from a betting angle, a lot what he said kind of like mimics how I kind of look at betting football. So man, I learned a lot. So I appreciate that. I just wanted to tell you guys, thanks for having him on. He was awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll see you later. Good night, Carter.
All right, guys, enjoy it. Great podcast. Appreciate you.
What's been
You
going
guys
on?
are like, is he really leaving?
Thank you, Carter. I connected with him last year. I've been on his show. He was on last year with his co-host Nick Wilcox.
Oh, dude,
They have a show together.
Oh, man,
So
just
that's
so much.
good energy, very informative. Just good dude, and you learned a lot. Someone like me too. I learned talking to him.
Yeah, he's really, just like he's on point, got his shit together. But you, Snoop, man, making fun of Maine. Now, I'm a Boston guy, and we spent a lot of time up in the mountains in Maine, but everything ain't like the wilderness and like, like I got to take a 22 to hit my neighbor. It's not like that. All right. So
I just didn't
Maine
know if
has
there
a
was, like,
population, by
electricity
the
up
way.
there.
It's like I've been to Maine.
Yeah, 25. We
hundreds of
talked.
times. Been to Sunday River. I mean, if you basically say to Johnny right now, where Sunday River is, I spent countless hours on that mountain. But yeah, Maine's got places, man. It's got mountains. It's got it's got remote. But yeah, it's pretty populated, brother.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sold. I'm going to visit Maine. That's where I'm the summer vacation.
Is it 25 people? Did everybody in your town come? I was like, man, poor Mainers,
I didn't even know he lived in Maine. I thought he lived in Tennessee. So
I thought that was his last name. I didn't even know.
Yeah, and you're like Maine and Maine.
He's probably from Maine. I'm just putting two together. Not the brightest
What's
bulb.
up, Maine?
You guys, it's too funny. Too funny.
No.
Cool, man. Yeah, good show. You guys are on point tonight.
Hold on. I want to address a comment here. Both of you guys could probably address this. Elite BF Gamer says, y'all care to do a quick Dynasty team review? If so, my quarterbacks are Ward, Dart. Running backs are Hampton, Dobbins, Stevenson. Bench scrubs. Wide receivers are Amon. I can't read the...
Tate from Tate, guy from Carolina. Neighbors, Tucker.
Neighbors, Tucker, Beach.
Tight end Bowers. All right, so I think I could probably take this one. So when it comes to Dynasty, first question comes to mind. Are you going to contend this year? Answer that. Second, youth. That's a big thing in Dynasty. So I'm thinking there's probably contracts involved. You're allowed to keep some players. Your quarterbacks, I like both of them, to be honest with you. I'm probably higher on Dart than I am Ward. Hampton, I love. He's young. You want to keep him somehow. I need more information to answer directly. But a review, I think your team's pretty good. I'm not sure if it's auction, draft, but fill in the gaps. You got Bowers, Amon St. Brown. So trying to make some big dick moves to win now. Okay. Pull that last comment back up. I have plenty of draft capital to move. Went from worst team last year to trading for the most guys I listed. Okay. Put that list back up. Hampton, Dobbins, Stevenson, Scrubs are Amon, Tate, Neighbors. Your receivers are in a very good spot. You have the best tight end of football, him or McBride. So you're damn
I don't
good.
see Loveland on that list.
Loveland's right behind him, but he's up there. Yeah. Taylor, you're set to win. You are set to win.
So
Flip your
12-man
picks.
Superflex tight end premium league is what he said.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes more sense. So if that's your only quarterback, I I like the future. Maybe not right now. Being a top 5, go get a top 5 quarterback. I think you're pretty darn stacked everywhere else. Trade your draft picks for assets now. Maybe wait and see. Anyway, good question.
So yeah, that's why I let you guys handle that, because I don't know how to do these fantasy leagues.
Yeah, I don't
know. That's you guys' department.
That's Heywood. That's Heywood.
He says, I feel I need a running back too and another quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, quarterback for sure. Upgrade. You don't have a top 5 quarterback right now. If you want to win this year, maybe trade some youth and go get a Josh Allen or something like that. I have a 27 first and 27 second. I need to move now. If you really feel like you're going to win, move them. 27 is a hard class to get off of. So if you're really in contention to win now, go get a quarterback. Another running back would help too. But yeah, you have a lot of structures of a championship team. Thank you. I think that was our first fantasy question I've had on the show like that. Like, thank you.
Dude, you got to open it up for like a half an hour to that. I mean,
I love that. And I love Dynasty's right up my alley. Dynasty's right up my alley. I love fucking Dynasty. Like, I'm going to be on the, not gloating me, but there's this podcast called the Trade Axe podcast with this guy named Frank in the chat. They want me on. And they have a bunch of upper echelon people in the industry on it. So I'm trying to work hard. Man. So let's go.
Love it. Killer, man.
Ooh.
And, I'll be the server. Anybody need a round?
Yeah. I'll take a round.
All right. You guys talk.
Snoop, what have you been up to, buddy?
Oh, man. I've been a podcasting mofo, man. Like, I haven't had a day off in 2 weeks. I thought I was going to have the whole weekend off. But as alas, I will not. And then you know how it is, guest rescheduling and... what can you do? We had some technical difficulties last week, with the software that we use to, put the cast out there. We had some issues with that, over the past week. So it's been wild, It's not just always, it's not just always an easy show, even though it may look easy on the screen. A lot of things happen behind the scenes and, dealing with software and stuff that people just don't realize happens,
100%. No Snoop, no Heywood.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So, Carter, what up, my brother? How the hell you been? Cheers to you. You got your Back to the Future mug? All right.
Not tonight. I wasn't expecting to be on. I had to pop in and tell you guys that I just dig that dude, man. He was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're always happy to have you on, Carter, anytime.
Killer, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been head down, man. I've been betting the ladies, the ladies. So, dude, I've been cleaning up, man. I've been cleaning up. This has been
how's my girl doing?
In my life.
How's my girl doing?
I don't bet her, dude. I don't bet her. In fact, she didn't even play tonight.
You never bet her?
I did bet her right after we had our conversation, and she went off, I think, that night for like 3 threes, and I hit her for 3 threes. And I thought about you for a second, Snoop, and then I didn't think about you again for like a week.
That's all we got from Carter Kong tonight, folks.
And he's gone. But yeah,
I'm being real here. Is she not an all-star upper echelon player? Is she just a role player?
She's just a role player, brother.
Okay. And I want to thank you. So last time you were on, right? I placed a bet, you placed a bet, and then you sent me one after you got off. That last one hit at like plus 3 to 1. So shout out to you, WNBA. Thank you so very much. You won the people some money. I had like 3 or 4 people in the chat follow actually.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we can do that too. If you need a bet for if you want me to do one for the, just name it every Thursday or whatever. If you need something, let me know. I can put something together.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even tonight I just hit a plus 670. That's a little out of my range, right?
Oh,
it is again. That's
70 for 385. So we just cashed 385.
Nice.
We cashed. What else do we got in here? A 643 for 185. I know, brother.
That's high for you. You stepped your game up lately with all your work that you've been doing.
So yeah, I've been coding like a madman. I mean, I'm put like 300 hours into this thing, and I've been testing it this past week. For everybody that doesn't know, I mean, don't expect you to know. I'm putting together a new app, and it's a live betting app. And getting data to push the way I need it to push has been the biggest challenge in real time, and it's not cheap. Shit's expensive, and I'm trying to engineer it all out. So I finally have a working model that is just killing it. So I'm trying to turn my brain off and try to pretend that I'm somebody that doesn't know much about betting or sports, and I'm just taking the cues as they come to me, and I'm going, all right, and I'm just trying to put it together. And tonight I hit 6-7 bets already so far.
There it is again.
That number, that's the second time in 4 minutes you've said those numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
My son,
6 and 7.
He's probably wearing off on me. But yeah, I showed you my P&L yesterday, I think, or the day before. I mean, it's all green except for one day over the past 9 days.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked, dude. It's working. A lot of work, but I got something pretty special, man.
You don't mind to elaborate and maybe talk to the people what you're doing, not to put you on the spot. You don't have to talk about it. But
Not yet.
But let's just say you're on to something very special, a lot of hard work. It's like your brain
I've
on
shared a lot of
steroids.
screenshots with you. I've shared a couple videos with you. I mean, my investor guys have now really looked at it and really bought in. So now it's got more serious. So I just gotta be a little more tight-lipped about what I'm doing, and when I'm ready to roll it out, we're ready to roll it out. But we should be ready. I'm not gonna put a date on it, Oh, they're gonna make it. They're gonna sign an agreement today. They're gonna sign an agreement tomorrow. No, we're gonna see what happens over the next few days.
So is your next scheduled Here's the Thing podcast? It's pretty soon. You guys gonna dial in the music? Snoop's still waiting.
You know what? You know what? Let's talk about the next episode of the Here's the Thing.
Who do you got?
I got the drummer from the band The Cult.
Dude, really?
No shit.
That's one of my favorite bands ever.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude. What a great conversation I had with
He
him.
sells Sanctuary.
Yep. He's the drummer on it. And
That's amazing.
yeah, hopefully we're going to do a second episode, which will be behind the paywall. And we're going to get into some different things, like that we didn't talk about on the episode. So looking forward to it. But yeah, dude, it was a great conversation with him. Can't wait to put it out for everybody to see. It'll be out this Tuesday. So
I gotta check it out.
Yeah,
Absolutely
for sure.
One of my absolute favorite bands.
Well, it's like I told him in the episode, I'm like, dude, every time I hear a Cult song, I'm like, dude, why don't I have more Cult in my life? Like, I mean, they have so many bangers that it's just like, damn.
And they went through that transition too. You probably covered that, right? Where they were like really 80s kind of alternative, and then they kind of turned a little harder, a little heavier.
Yeah.
And
Well, we
even
talked
that-
about the different producers that they went through, and one of them being Rick Rubin, dude. Like this guy worked with Rick Rubin, dude. Like holy shit.
Dude, imagine working with Rick Rubin from a rock point of view. Like, oh man. What
Yeah,
a
and that
genius
was
Rick Rubin.
fresh while he was working with the Beastie Boys and all of that
Yep.
too.
And Run DMC, like that guy is a genius. He's one of the guys that I really never met him. I'd love to meet him. Met a lot of dudes around him.
Yeah, he was telling me about his book a little bit, like that I should check out. Rick Rubin just put out a book recently.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty dang good.
I'm gonna look that up on Audible right now. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, I gotta check that out. They're my favorite, man.
You know what? I got one thing I want to bring up to both of you while you're here, Carter. Is shout out to Behold a Pale Horse. He posted this earlier this week. Reds manager Terry Francona talks to a reporter about the reasoning for 3 straight bump plays last night against the Padres. Francona literally has a FanDuel app on his phone.
Wow.
And if you look at the pictures, look,
That's
there it
not
is.
cool.
There it is. And then look at this. When you zoom in, you can
fucking
see.
right. Holy shit.
I see Grinder there too.
Yeah.
Not that I know what that logo looks like.
Busted.
Yeah. Hey, Carter, what are you saying, dog?
Nothing, brother. What? Married man.
That's crazy.
Dude, seriously? He has FanDuel on his phone?
Dude, that's not cool.
Listen,
you're my boy
listen.
too from the Red Sox days. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Listen, I sat in a sports book with Pete Rose, and that's one thing. But to literally like have it on your phone is another thing. But hey, shut your phone off while you're fucking in public view like that. Do it
Like they were-
behind the
They're chasing some guy
scenes.
down on the Capitol the other day, and he was fake phone calling, and like his cheek kept touching the screen, and you could see it scrolling through everything. It's just like, dude, if you turn your phone off, like you can still pretend you're on the phone. But yeah, if you're
Dude, I don't want to get like political or anything, but do you remember Kamala Harris was doing an interview while she was running, and she literally was acting like she was on a phone, and then when she like turned around to show it to the crowd, it was on her camera. Like the phone wasn't even on the phone call. Like she was fake talking to someone. Oh man, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
I'll take the other side of that. At least she can run, right? Unlike some.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's crazy.
Hey, good night, Carter. Come.
Carter's got to go. He comes from that side of the aisle. Watch out. No, seriously, like
There is no aisle
Is anybody
anymore.
talking about that? Is there anybody talking about it?
The Francona stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Well, Behold the Pale Horse is, and it's got 1 million
No, I mean,
views.
has it gone national at all?
No, I don't pay attention to that.
So his post got 1 million views. One of our
Really?
one of our
Yeah.
guests from
I
a
know
couple
it's
weeks ago.
from you guys, yeah.
It's 1 million views. Yeah. Well, it's
Wow.
920,000. So I mean, it's getting there.
That's
Holy
a big
shit.
deal.
That
Yeah.
is. Oh,
Terry's had
we
his,
might-
his share of problems too. He's had some issues in his life, and he's come through them. So I hope this doesn't sink him, because he's a good dude.
He is a good dude, good heart, great coach.
Yeah, he just
Does it the right ways. He's he spent a long time successful.
Treats people the right way. Like,
Yes, and when it comes to if you work for a team in sports, I'm sorry, you should not have that stuff on your freaking phone, dude. You just shouldn't.
no,
No.
no, it's like the whole thing, down in Texas Tech and everything that's going
Right.
on. However you feel about that, it's like if you're going into that line of work, professional sports, amateur sports, whatever, you get paid, you're professional, right? Dude, you can't be dipping. You can't even bet, pickleball. There you go.
Well,
it's like,
dude, I mean, look at this shit with Terry Rozier. Like, how dumb do you got to be with that shit? I mean, look at
yeah,
he's
but
just,
you're a conspiracy guy. You know that goes a lot deeper, right? I mean, there's more to that story from what maybe you do a deep dive on that. There's some layers to that.
There's probably some good layers you could probably find. In that.
yeah. I mean, dude, we could do a whole episode just about it, I mean, and it ties back to even Connie Hawkins and shit like that. We can go way back with it.
Yeah, I know that you kind of, you look for those improprieties or peculiarities. You know what I mean? But
I don't look for them. They pretty much know where I'm at and reveal them.
They find you. Yeah, you were talking about something earlier too, and I'm like, yep, that's it. Yeah, I mean, but you got your ear to that stuff, is what I'm saying. You have a good read on it. And even when you bring it up to me, and I kind of, like, oh, whatever, dude, poo-poo it. But it's just like, you got to read on it, brother.
Well, dude, when you start looking
I
at
don't know
all
if there's
the,
magnets in a ball. That's all I'm saying. But
I have some of that queued up if you want to see some of that shit. But
Yeah,
like
all right,
when
all
you
right.
start getting into
That.
when you start getting into gematria and some of how the numerical things line up, you're just like, what? How is that even possible?
But just a deeper world. That's the universe, man. When the numbers start lining, as a guy that's in numbers all day, like they amaze me at the repetitive nature of them. And even like you just said, 6, 7, like came up 3 times. It's like the
4.
repetitive nature of numbers and how they continue to hit me, like 8, 8. I lived in Asia forever, and 8, 8 is a lucky number, right? And 8, 8 follows me around everywhere I go on bets. And now I get to the point that if I hit a bet, if I am putting in like $35 on the bet and it says like, 0.91 and then it moves to 88, well, it's live. I'm like, oh, I got to bet it. I mean, I might not have bet it, but 88 follows me around. I bet it. It's weird. Numbers are strange.
Well, it's all ones and zeros, right?
It's all ones and zeros. Ask Neo. He knows all about it.
Right. Like I remember, like right before the Super Bowl, I even made a clip about it with Jonah. He was talking about that 1 week, just said the number 17 kept coming to him. And Josh Allen was playing that week against the Broncos. There was a, go ahead.
Hold on. What is 17 in numerology?
Right.
An 8.
Right. Yep.
So, and like, look, and how many things from that? I made a video just for that freaking 17 thing. There was a guy for first touchdown plus 1,700. A guy to score in the second and the third quarter of certain receivers plus 1,700. There was 2 fumbles in the game at the 17. Josh Allen was playing the best star in the game. It was all deeper and deeper and deeper. And there was like a lot of things happen with that number. Like that shit does happen.
It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. And they follow you around. Like my father swears to God, you know, old New England dude, you know, still drops his eyes. You can't understand a word he said. He swears that 4 and 3 and 1 7 or something and follow him around. I said, I'm just going to take your ATM card. Now I know your PIN, you know, like it follows him around everywhere. And we were someplace out to dinner or someplace. And he said, look at the license plate. I looked over and I didn't think about it. He's like, it's 4317 or whatever it was. And it's like, it follows the dude around. It's the weirdest shit.
Well, I think it's one of those things. Like if you start looking at like let's say you buy a Jeep and it's a yellow Jeep, you start seeing yellow Jeeps everywhere. You know.
Yep.
It's just like it's more registered with you. It's on your radar, even though you probably still see it all the damn time, but you're just more cognizant of it.
Yep. You're exactly right.
224. Snoop uses a big word.
Yeah, Carter said earlier, and numbers are strange or whatever. Like we're dropping science after your boy came on. Maine's sitting there like really breaking it down, and we're like, numbers are weird. Like full Bill and Ted over here, right?
Oh, what you know about Bill and Ted? Shout out to Bill and Ted and the Phone Booth Podcast. Thank you guys for giving us this platform.
Now you brought me into your world.
Wild stallions, bro.
All your boys around.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yep, definitely. Cool.
Hey, and you know what, dude? The Phone Booth Podcast, now that Bill has returned, it's going to go back to its glory, and I'm excited for the future of the Phone Booth Podcast. So shout out to those boys, which I will be guesting with them this weekend, Saturday night. So everybody tune in to the Phone Booth live stream. As if I don't fucking do enough podcasting. I got to add...
Carter. Carter.
Yes.
The line's at 3.5 for Snoop podcasting different shows. Are you going over or under this week?
Dude, I'll bet on it and I'll take him on. I'll make him produce my show and I'll pay him.
Fucking hey, dude, I'll do it for free. I'm gonna bet the over and I'll do your podcast for free.
That's what we do, right? Well, come on. I'm gonna win that bet. It's like Polymarket, you know. Will Trump say praise be to Allah? And then he's just like, hey guys, I'm gonna say praise be to Allah tomorrow, and everybody like bets it. You know,
he's like the streaker that bets himself.
Polymarket, or like hit the bet, and you're like, I wonder what's going on.
he's like the streaker that bets himself to
yeah.
Dude, right. So funny. I look at Polymarket all the time now because it's just like.
Because you're polyamorous. Boom, ding.
I gotta look at that's another big word.
226.
Timestamp on that one. But I look and I go, how did you not hit on this? Like this just seems like not even an insider. Like it just, you know, like a tangent touching that would know that and be able to like bet on that. Now I know they regulate the account. I mean, I've had a Polymarket account. We can't bet here, but you know, I can bet using other methods. But you know. It's like if you're just establishing a Polymarket account today and going, you know, I got inside information and bet, they're gonna get you. They got the one guy, I forget the military guy that bet on the invasion.
Yep.
Got him. They're gonna get you.
And the last Super Bowl streaker.
Yep, exactly. So do your Polymarket account today, bet some small, then look at me. This is how you commit fraud. You know, do some small bets today and some bullshit stuff, and then wait for the big one that you got inside information on and get it, right? Like over 3.5 podcasts with Carter and Snoop, right?
Well, I'm
Snoop
already
on the Odds Are podcast.
I think I'm already at 4 this week. So I think.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I'm sorry to drag your show down after such an exciting segment with your boy, but
it was fun.
I mean, it's been exciting with you, Carter. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time.
See, you know, the self-deprecation role. I come on here and just give you guys a little bit of comic relief. So, but yeah, I am excited to launch this. When I launch it, man, I hope that I can do it on your show, and I hope that it's something that you guys can really look at and appreciate.
Well, I gotta be honest. I'm a little offended that you've been sending him videos and you don't send any to me to look at.
You'll pick holes in it and you'll make me feel bad. And
But
then I'll have
that's
to give
what?
my
What do you want? A
feelings,
yes
and
man?
then I'll be like,
Great Scott!
yeah,
What do you want?
yeah.
A yes man? Because he's a yes man. He'll just tell you yes. I'll tell you, hey,
Actually,
bitch,
I'm gonna
this
tell
is
you
a
right
problem.
now. So he did point out something, and at first I was just like, yeah, that's not what I'm trying to build. And then I said, you know what? If I'm gonna build this, right, I'm gonna build it. So he actually took me to the next level of architecture with this thing, and turned me from quote unquote a developer into a real engineer in terms of like, how do I make this all work, right? I'm dealing with caching issues and hydration issues and shit that I've never really had to deal with because of, honestly, Heywood. Heywood challenging on something that needed to be done. And he's right. It needs to be done not just to make the app better, but to get better prediction and better analysis to be able to offer live bets that I feel are accurate. I'm using the app all the time now. I'm trying not to use it, and I'm hitting like left and right. And a lot of this is architecture that came about from what Hayward needed injected into it or suggested. So good for him.
Well, if you build it, they will good nut in your mouth. Shout out to Tom Brady and the Good Nut Coconut Water.
Man, that would be a great sponsor. That would be a great sponsor.
Alone.
The Pick Is In podcast is brought to you by a good nut.
A good nut. I did.
That would be awesome.
In fact, I think I saw that on Poly Market. That they.
Well, thanks. Anything I could do to help. I wasn't trying to like make a miracle. You just sent me stuff, and I just give you my 2 cents, like what I think immediately off the top of my head. That's all.
No, it works. It's like I need kind of come from a focus group world, so I need a focus group of people, and some of it you just dismiss, right? It's like the top and the bottom you don't care about. It's like right and left, who cares? It's the middle. The middle is where the voice is and where the engineering needs to happen, where the product needs to develop. So that plus minus 15% is what I care about, and that's what you're giving to me, and that's what a bunch of other people are giving to me too.
Snoop, no bullshit. No bullshit, Snoop. He's on to something genius.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And I've had a lot of ideas, and I've done a lot of shit, and I've spent a lot of money on stupid shit. I'm spending a lot of money on something that I don't feel is stupid by any means. And I just feel like the market's ready for it, and I think the technology is finally there that I can get.
It's a game changer.
I can get what I need out of it, which is the hardest part. I'm not going to geek out on it, but yeah, when I'm ready, I'm gonna hopefully roll it out with you guys and see where it all goes.
Put your cannons away. What are you working out lately?
No, dude, I'm not. Look at that. Going to.
It could use a tan, but jeez.
You got that Boston tan, man. Come on, leave him
I've been
alone.
walking the dog, dude. That's my. That's my working out. I've been walking the dog. He's like 90 pounds now. The vet actually said he's mildly overweight, which means he's
mildly overweight.
Mildly overweight.
So is my dog.
Mildly overweight.
Dogs are happy dogs, bro.
I wish my doctor told me I'm mildly overweight instead of saying the other way. Anyway, that's funny. That's funny. No, I'm excited for you, brother, because I can't wait. I'm going to help any way I can, and this is a game changer.
Yeah,
I'm not going to change it.
No new friends, man. We're riding together, so let's go.
This is a game changer, and not many people know how big and great live betting can be. It
changed my life.
It changes everything. Forget pregame, only in 2 sports for me. Maybe a third if I'm feeling it. I shared a pregame basketball yesterday. How many times do I share a pregame basketball bet with you? I don't do them very often, right? Maybe 2 handfuls this whole NBA season, right? If that. And what I do, I hit 8 out of 12 in pregame NBA this year. So,
and I didn't mean to be cavalier about like, hey, I'm testing the app. I just didn't want your data to. I'm trying to keep my P&L, so I didn't want to mix the.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm glad
live,
you did.
Live betting is a game changer. People need to realize there's a market for it. And it's
not for me, bro. It's not a game changer. I've lost so much money betting pregame sports, and I can't tell the future. And if you need to go watch Back to the Future to recenter yourself on what betting really is. We as geeks and numbers guys can sit there and crunch spreadsheets and crunch numbers and run our algorithms and run our models and geek out and get in an echo chamber about who we think is going to hit a home run, right? But at the end of the day, when games are happening, and baseball is the wrong example, when games are happening, right, you know where the weak defender is, you know where the matchup is, you know. So the code is going to tell you what's happening, you know, and it's like live betting cues is what's needed in sports right now. And if you're getting live betting cues while you're sitting at a stoplight and you trust the cues, all you're doing is you're gamified tapping a button. You're literally playing Candy Crush and putting together a parlay at a stoplight for 90 seconds going, hey, I'm getting served what I should be betting. So I'm going to hit this. Paige Beckers, Azzy Fudd for 3.5 assists, and Jessica Shepard for 10 points. Boom, put it together for plus 235, send it. And now I'm on my way to the next light. Like, sports can be that simple for live betting. And also having the component of I can drill into it and I can research and pregame all I want as well, or I can justify live bet data in real time too. Like, you know, so that's more of the concept. But it's simple, it's fast, and it's trustworthy. And that's what anybody wants to be in life, I guess, except in the bedroom. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Like, we all want to be trustworthy, right? And we all want to trust the people around us. And that's what the app is. And that's why, you know, successful apps are sticky. And that's why successful apps have low churn rate. And that's why successful apps, right, breed confidence in you and you go back to them every single day. Not because they're addictive, not because they're dopamine. I mean, there's all that in there, but because you trust it. You trust whatever you need out of it, you're going to get, whether it's a good time, whether it's I'm going to make money, whether it's going to make me happy, or whether it's going to rage me so I can sit there and timeline rage over politics or religion or sports or whatever you're going into. So that's it. That's what we're doing. We're trying to build trust through betting cues that you can trust, and you can either get deep into them and you can bet them, or you can just surface level, like, shit, I'm Candy Crushing, and like, I'm going to put these 3 ladies together, or these 3 players, you know, a tight end, a running back, and a quarterback, and these are the 3 stats I got to parlay together, and boom, I move on.
I was going to ask you if you ever live bet hockey, but then Carolina scored another goal, so now I don't want to ask.
Oh, shit.
I do, and I get burned a lot because I don't have the data source. I'm using my head, which is not where I want to be. But yeah, I mean, especially if it goes in the 3rd period and, you know, the goalie's coming out, I'll take a flyer on 2 or 3 guys, to, you know, get a shorthand. I mean, to get a, you know, an empty netter. Yeah, for sure. But
it's 4-1 right now. The Golden Knights are down. I'm not happy about it.
Knights.
Is that your team? Well, you lived in Vegas, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
his team. That's his team. Hockey's one of Khan's favorite loves.
Love hockey, man. It's near and dear to my heart being from New England, I'll tell you. You know.
You ever heard of the Phoenix Roadrunners?
I have. I've heard of the Roadrunners. Yeah, I've heard of the Roadrunners. I also see a lot of still to this day, surprisingly, you know, Coyote stickers like on cars and the license plate and stuff like that still exists, even though it's gone, which
hurts.
I think they'll be back.
We're gonna get a new team probably in the next 5 to 10 years, and we ain't gonna get. We're not gonna get the mammoth.
Yeah, you can't take it. You know, you can't take it for granted.
No, we can't. Yeah. Hockey's badass live. Like, it's not one of my favorite sports, but it's one of my favorite sports to go to live.
My favorite sport besides football to watch live or to watch on TV
is hockey.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, I love that we're able to get the Knights on the antenna, local TV out here.
Rabbit ears.
I love it.
Rabbit ears. Oh, hockey, playoff hockey.
That's because you're off the grid.
What's that?
So is that because you're off the grid?
Yeah, it's because I'm in Maine.
You're a prepper. You're a prepper in Maine.
The town of Johnny.
No offense to the preppers in Maine.
So, like, just thinking about it, reflecting about what you said, Carter, and kind of like digging deep and being real about my betting career. In a nutshell, I love still pre-gaming research because that goes into the data, what you see live during a game. And that was my betting adjustment and it's golden. There's so much more opportunity that I haven't even seen. So thank you.
Yeah, I think we get caught up. I mean, I'm 55. I'm an old man now, right? Like, it took me a while to realize that I'm full of shit and what I don't know. And I want to be right, dude. I always want to be right in an argument. I want to be right with my kids. I want to be the best parent. I want to be right about things, but I want to be right about data too. And you go into it believing so hard that you spent hours crunching who's going to hit a round ball with a round bat, and you are so convinced that this is the pitch. This is the pitch mix from this guy, and this is what he throws, and this is, the fly ball rate, and this is the home run to fly. You convince yourself that what you've really crunched is real. And honestly, that goes out the window the minute, first pitch, tip off, whatever, the first whistle. It's like it changes so much. Now, don't get me wrong. We're looking for better odds. I'm not going to say EV. We're looking for value, right? And once we can find value, to me, value happens during the game. Value happens when you can catch FanDuel slipping on the lines a little bit. Again, feel the ladies are soft. There's a softer market. The books model isn't that great on the ladies yet. Trust me, this season it's getting much better. It's much tighter, but it's still a little loose. So you can catch them slipping a little bit. So when you get into a game, you're reading real cues and you can take advantage of it. So all this ego that you had going into it, I don't have anymore. You could ask my family. I would sit here on Saturday nights. Heywood, we'd be texting each other, right? I got to start researching. You're like, I got to start researching too, right?
What I do on Saturday nights during the football season, Snoop.
Yep. 6:00 Saturday night during football season, I would sit at this very desk until 2 or 3 in the morning. I would set the alarm for 7 a.m., especially early in the season before the overseas games. I would get up and I would sit here and I'd work for 2, 3, 4 more hours and put all my bets together. I put like 12 to 14 hours in this little teeny window. And then the game goes off and you're just like, it's out the fucking window half the time. Because we're not even targeting that tight end today. Or you're like, why are we not throwing to him? You know what I mean? It's like you're now watching the game and he's running an 8-yard, cross and he's wide the fuck open. And, homie's looking over here and it drives me insane. So taking that and backing up to what live betting is now, it's like, let's read what they're actually doing on the field and the data that's coming in real time, because those are your betting cues, not what you crunch for 12 to 14 hours before. And that's the bottom line truth. There's more possibility to hit when you're interpreting real-time data. It's like the stock market. Do we know what's going to happen tomorrow? Sure. I can look at South Korea's market and see what happens overnight. I can look at commodities markets from overseas, and I can try to, in fact, one of my investors, he's just like, what do you think is going to happen in the market? I'm like, South Korea's circuit breaker just popped, dude. Like they were down almost 6%. They had to pop the circuit breaker on the stock market. So we're going to be in a nightmare tomorrow. And what happens?
This really happened?
Yeah, this really happened. This happened Tuesday or Wednesday. The market was fine. I mean, it was soft when it opened. It dipped a little bit, but it recovered real quick. It's like those betting cues coming into the market didn't happen. So, yeah, anyway, it changed my life. I'm a live bettor now. I rarely, I think I've placed maybe 4 or 5 pregame bets this whole season. And most of it's testing to see if my model works pregame versus real time as well. So,
well, I'm sure you saw the crypto crash over the last couple of weeks, and I'm proud to say that my Safe Moon is sitting tight, still at 3 cents. So I didn't lose a penny. So we're doing good.
We're anchored. We're good.
We're good.
We're good. Yeah. I bet. I trade commodities a little bit.
So
and, it's such a manipulated market now. It's so easy for that market to just, what I think coming in and being like, you know what I'm going to do is the minute it opens, I'm going to X, or I'm going to set up this. And it just, you come into it and it's just like, I just wasted money on something that I need live data. Just how my brain is wired. I need live data.
Here's some live data for you. The Knights just scored.
Yeah.
There you go.
4-2.
Who scored? Do you know?
I didn't. No, Dabrowski.
Oh, Dabrowski.
No way. I know who that is, actually. Okay. I actually do know who that is. I don't know hockey too much. So, I mean, a little small story. I'm not trying to get deep, but you adapt as a better if you want to get better at this and at every day. So, and every day it's like a grind to strive to get better. And like you see tons of signs, and you have a lot of positives and hits. You know, you have not the bad days get less and less, and then you're going to have some spurts, but overall in the big picture. So like last night, going on the fourth quarter, 17-point lead, right? I just watching the game and just knowing basketball, nothing else in my head, just watching the fucking game and feeling the energy in that building last night. And what I saw, I call me a chicken shit. I had money line on that bet instead of spread, Carter, that I won, and I changed it because I couldn't have the Wevels. I thought the Knicks were going to come back because I just felt it. You know, sometimes you got to feel it if you just watch naturally as a sports fan. You know, and that would have significantly changed the odds from that $25 bet turning into 20 I won. It could have been like $800 bet because the odds were so crazy. But like a lot of it is just truly watching. I love watching a game and having real, so I can look at stats.
You're great at that. Like with baseball, right? You are watching in real time, right? On the Real app. And you're the guy that's like, hey, you know, he's going to strike out the side here. You send me side strikeout bets, or you used to all the time, right? You know, or, you know, 2 strikeouts in this.
I calm down. You told me to calm down on it. So, I mean, I'll look out for you. I'm good at it. So I want you to.
But you do. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But that's a real time read, right? That's what I mean. Like you're using your.
When I'm focused and like locked in, I have the play-by-play of whatever team pitcher I need. So I have the insight of what's going on in the bullpen and things that you wouldn't hear on national. I have the Real app up as I'm looking at like a curvature. No pun intended, flat earth. Anyway, I'm looking at the speed, the location, how he's pitching, like in real time. And I already know the history with my pregame, you know, like research. So it's just, a lot of it is just reading it and then like being locked in. Like,
no, you're amazing at it. Like that, and that's what I mean. It's like if we take everybody, and a lot of this is timing, right? A lot of people don't have time to sit there and watch a game live. They don't have time to use their brain, right? I mean, as people that like have families and, you know, need to make money and pay bills and stuff, you don't have time to sit at this desk like I do for 4 hours a night and like watch the ladies and understand that, you know, Ozzie Fudd can achieve 3.5, you know, as long as Beckers is nailing threes and she's driving the lane, like then Ozzie Fudd's going to get her 3.5 assists. Like, but if you're getting
that's the real name of a player, Jesus, I thought you were talking about the freaking cartoon character.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, right? Ozzie Fudd and Paige Beckers are dating. They're on the same team.
Oh, man.
So she is, yeah, and again, like tonight, I'm looking at the bet I put in right before I got here. So I got her for 3.5 assists and Paige Beckers for 30 points. So Paige hit her 30 points. So we're just sitting here waiting on Ozzie Fudd, who is at, let's check the Real app. Shout out to John and the boys.
Shout out John, the Real app.
She covered it. So she's at 4. Boom. She covered it. Where's Shepard at? Shepard's at 17. We covered that. Where's Mac at? Mac, we need 10 points.
Oh, I know about Mac.
Mac, yeah. I remember she burned us with 8 the other night. Not the other night, about a month ago. She's at 8, not in the game. Of course, she's going to sink us. And then Thomas is at Thomas is not having a game. Well, that's probably not going to hit. But long story short, if you're looking at live betting cues and you don't know much about things, you don't need to be sitting in front of a computer for 4 hours. You need somebody to be serving you up the answers. That's why people pregame bet. Like, do you know that people literally drive across borders to place their bets?
So yeah, that's that guy. That's what that guy did for the first 6 years I knew him.
But that happens. Like, if you go on gambling Twitter, that's not like an anomaly. That's not like Bob and Bill and Jessica. It's like it's a large portion or subset of bettors that don't have betting in their state. Literally, crunch, get their models done, tail whatever they need to tail, queue it up. Drive over, you know, go down, you know, I-90 or whatever they do. They cross the border. They stop at the Citgo station. They go get themselves a big gulp, and they sit there and place their bets for the next half an hour. And then they tee it up and they drive back. Like,
do you know what we used to do in Nevada? We used to drive down to California to buy lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's like Boston when we were, you know, they have the blue laws. They don't serve beer on Sundays, so you'd have to drive to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Same thing in Kentucky. I went to Kentucky for a few days once, and I remember we couldn't get any booze on Sunday.
Yep, it's the same
Stupid. This is America.
But think about all the time that you put into pregame betting, right? I mean, it's like, do you know what I mean? Crunching numbers and stuff like that. I wasted literally a year and a half of my life if you put it all together. I'm being serious, of like thinking I'm right about data. And it's just like, yeah, of course I made money, but I gave it all back on something like baseball because I'm chasing my tail on it because it's the hardest sport in the world to bet, but yeah. Anyway,
It's adjusting our ways, and I have plenty of times, like as a bettor. I just want to get better and just going over notes, keeping calculations, being smart. And like, I'm not a degenerate. You got to be smart. Today's the first day I didn't bet in a while because I wasn't focused. My attention was there. You got to be focused. That's
dude,
the main thing.
You're right. The guy had 900 bets or something, and people are like, "That's an addiction." It's like 900 bets. It's like nothing, dude. I tested my model at 281 bets over the last week. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's your job. Heywood, one of your jobs is betting, right?
Yeah, to make people better, get some good insight, make them better at it overall, and help people. That's what I try to give out, and like not just riding my bets, even though I'm successful at it, just getting better at that.
You're trying to learn every day to be you're learning through stats, through talking to smarter people than people in the room, and you're learning like how to be a better, quote unquote, sports fan, interpreter of sports, interpreter of data. And then you're passing that on to people so that they can be better bettors, so that they can trust you, so they can create that dopamine loop of, hey, I trust Heywood. And when Heywood puts out a bet, I know that shit's going to hit because he just doesn't put out bets every single day. Like, you're trying to get better. You're not just tailing 50 dudes and going, that to me, that's a problem. If you're not doing research, if you're not trying to figure out exactly how to be better, if you don't have a trustworthy source.
100%. Like that track record, my post, I don't lie about my numbers. If I lose, I lose. I track all my things every week on every show so everybody can see it, transparent. Like if you've bet on my bet since the start of the show, you'd be up $3,400. That's pretty damn good. And it's once a week. We're on since September. But one thing that the show has given me is to evolve my brain when it comes to this. Knowing what I already know coming into this. And both of you guys know it. When I had all day just to handicap last summer, I killed it. Like when I had my head, nose in the ground, like working at it, no other logistics, not working. When I have my time on it, I'm good at it, but I'm evolving. I want to get better. And I want to help people.
And that's what I mean. You're living your life, so it's hard for you to slow down. So your reward is like your self-development is you sitting down and working numbers and looking at box scores and trying to figure out exactly, like, that's self-development for you, but you're literally applying that into what you do part-time, and that's betting, that's podcasting, that's delivering for the people. So that's what I mean. If you're just sitting there blindly tailing or you have no clue about anything, like, to me, like, why are we just going to waste money on that? It's like trading commodities. I didn't start ripping and running through thousands of dollars. I had to learn the markets. I had to learn what I'm doing. And if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not going to go waste my money on it. I see so much betting and so much fraud and so much just terrible people that don't share their P&L, the people that, are disingenuous, that are just trying to get followers, that take advantage of so many people. And, those people have a problem. If you're just betting 50 bets on stuff and you don't know really what you're betting and you're just following people, like, what are we doing, man? Like, put in some time. Put in the research is all I'm saying, a little bit, or find a trusted betting source. Right.
What's ironic is we're talking to somebody next week, and I'm not going to say his name on air just yet. But I believe he had a show called Better Better.
I like it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, you're gonna like it, Carter.
Yeah, I'm in.
You're gonna like
if
this.
it's anything like Johnny, I'm in. Einstein said, if you're not learning, you're dying. Like, we have to continue to grow and learn and apply it to your craft. And at my age, you're not my age yet, Heywood, but it's like you give back.
Sports years, I'm close.
Yeah, probably. Well, fantasy years, you probably passed me for sure. For sure. But guys, I don't want to keep you. I know that you got life, so I will dip. And
we're good. We're about to wrap this up. Snoop, anything else you want to talk to Carter Cone about?
No, I think I'm tight. I got this dog barking up a storm in the background here. But yeah, I just appreciate you coming up, and talking to us. You're more than welcome anytime you want, man. You got the link, just show up. You don't even have to announce
You
yourself.
don't even
Just
have to
show
tell
up.
me. Show
Oh,
up.
it's the
You're
same
more
link
than welcome.
every time. I didn't know that. Watch out.
Yeah, well, until I change
He's
the link.
respectful.
All right.
Until I change the link, you could come up.
Change your feed. Oh, like, damn it. Can you get in?
Nah, tonight's been great. I mean, Snoop, thank you for doing what you do. And tonight was a fun show. I really had a great time talking to Johnny. I think we delivered another good show. And another aspect about sports is what Carter came in and we discussed. I really enjoyed that. We've been doing Sun stuff for a little bit, so I'll save my Suns history for next week because I don't have too much of it. We haven't played this far into the year over our 58 seasons. Well, 3 times, so I got a few things. But you got anything else you want to share with the people? Hey,
Except for the Cardinals season coming up.
Oh, that too.
That's for the Cardinals.
God damn.
Sorry, Hayward.
Now we're going to be the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
We're going to be the worst team.
Damn close to that in the Jets, I'll tell you.
Actually, you know what? We'll be better than the Jets.
You think you're going to be better than the Jets? I hope you are, because I mean they're
I think
in my
we are. Damn it! We don't want pick 2. We want Manning. Damn it! I'm real about that. Like we're really tanking for it, and nobody, dude. I keep saying this. Nobody in the media out here is talking about what I'm thinking. We're straight up just tanking. That's what we're doing, dude. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. I mean, at least that's what you should be doing. I mean, you know your market, but that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
If you think he's the real deal, then that's what you do.
See, this is why we need to eliminate the draft. Fuck tanking, dude. I'm not for it. Even though my dog's name is Tank, I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, I don't think. Again,
we're gonna see how the NBA changes do this next year because it's a lot to take in. All the changes with the draft, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I enjoyed the NBA season this year. I actually did. I didn't see as much bullshit that we saw last year that really drove us crazy. We did see some of the nonsense around All-Star break.
It was probably on a bigger screen because it was played out from last year being really bad.
Yeah, and we saw Utah being egregious about some shit. And, there's a couple teams that I think are getting spanked, pretty hard behind the scenes. So, but yeah, I don't think it was as bad as last year. Which last year, I feel from a betting angle, I feel like there was some real shady shit going on. But we experienced it left and right. I mean, it was hard. There's absolutely no reason when you're down by 3 in a close game, I don't care what your record is, that you don't have your starters in the game. That is
great. Carter, it would be good content, and it might be a sour taste in our mouth if we dug deep into that night and just made content about it, like our texts, what we were saying, like how we were feeling, what we were just like everything, because we had a bunch of messages going back and forth about that one game because me and you had live action and the game was close and none of those studs played in the 4th and we're like, what the flying F, dude? Like this is January, right? It was January, late January, right?
It was right around Super Bowl time, right?
That's the earliest we ever even talked about the word tanking the last few years, or silly season without concept.
I like that idea because that drove us crazy, and that became a national story. I mean, that wasn't like you and me having our feelings hurt. I mean, that was a national story, and I think it really kicked off a lot of what you're talking about, Snoop, in terms of some of the changes that we're probably going to see this year for the better. But yeah, that was heartbreaking. And for everybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, it's just Utah was they were tanking in January.
So the Memphis, Utah, January 30th game. Just go look that up on the play-by-play and look at the score going into the 4th and look at the studs minutes.
And look at the substitution pattern too.
It
was talk about somebody having some
that coach had FanDuel on his phone that night.
Allegedly. You said, do I want to close with anything? I want to tell you, you did a really good job interviewing Johnny tonight. I felt like you were really on point with your questions. I love the rapid fire. I thought that was pretty dope. I love the exchange you guys had. You had good chemistry. Snoop, all three of you guys really work together. That's what I like in a podcast. I just love like when people feed off each other and have the energy. And there wasn't a moment where anything dipped or went down where you guys were trying to fill space. It just felt like I listen to Dan Patrick all the time, and what I love about when Dan Patrick interviews is it feels like a conversation, like he's talking to somebody, and we're just kind of like listening in. And that you do great with a lot of interviews, but that one for me tonight really hit home. That like you guys are just like literally you're at a fantasy draft and just bullshitting afterwards. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was good stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well,
Not gonna lie,
Stu.
sorry.
nice. I punched my ticket to be on next time with the.
Oh,
My brothers from another's. I appreciate you very, very much.
All
definitely.
right.
Snoop, any last words for the people at home before we sign off?
Yeah, no, just thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another banger. So don't forget to tune in. Let us know if we can give you any more fantasy advice. Submit your questions in the chats. You know, we're always here to help. So
Love you, Snoop. Love you, Carter. You guys at home, cheers to you and to all the subs and doms. Another Pick Is In podcast.
cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Love you. Enjoy life. Love your loved ones. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Stay on, Carter.